Hello, and welcome to the apocalypse, bringing you your daily dose of insanity in this insane world. Today, we're gonna jump back in, and hopefully, we're gonna actually finish and conclude the Dreamfall trilogy. Best case scenario, we finish today. I think there's like two more books, so I don't know if we actually can. Hi, Jake. How you doing? Also, sorry for startling you. Um, so yeah, best case scenario, I finish the game today. Finish the trilogy today. Worst case, we don't. I'm gonna try, but I don't know how much longer we have to go. We are getting to a conclusion in the story. We're getting to the thick of it, and it is getting really interested, and I'm looking forward to finding everything out that's going on. Hey Vic, how you doing? Anyway, have I made the how? By the way, how did Dragon Guard go? I'm alright. Finally deciding to get continue this game. It's getting way too interesting, and I'm really looking forward to playing more. Anyway, yeah, well, might be kind of shit, but you're still doing it to yourself. Like what game? My game isn't shit. My game is awesome. Oh, yeah, no. But you are still. He's playing Drakengard, however you pronounce that. The predecessor to Nier Automata and Nier. Anyway. um, as I was saying, or trying to say at least, I don't think I have made every positive choice. I don't think I have made like I've had quote unquote the best possible playthrough. But I did have the truest playthrough to myself. I made the choices that I believe were correct, even if the consequences to those choices aren't the most optimal. I stand by what I chose, and I think that, all things considered, I can at least say that I moved forward without regret. So let's do the same for the last two books, shall we? So let's jump right in. The last time we finally got to the point where Zoe finally got back to Mercuria, and now we have to find Crow.
A round table? Check. Chivalrous knights? Check. Magic? Check. That's right, this would make for a great theme restaurant.
I wonder if she would remember Blind Bob.
I wish I could have been more helpful and inviting. If I'd known,
I understand.
I know,
You have
I
to be
saw.
cautious.
How's that going?
there's much I'd like to ask you, much I'd like to learn. But with Kian gone, my workload has increased
What
twofold.
deck are you running?
Perhaps another time, when we're both not so preoccupied.
I'd like that.
I don't know what your mission is, but I have a feeling it's important, and that our destinies are entwined. We shall speak again, Zoe Castillo. When the winds have quieted, the clouds have parted, and the grass on the Great Plain stands straight and tall once more.
Silent Magician. You're not running the Silent Warrior? Or whatever that deck was called? First gonna talk to everyone
I'm not
else.
the one you should be speaking to. Try Shepherd. Or Enu. She's in the library.
They look ready to go to war. I hope they won't have to.
Okay, is there anyone else here I can talk to? Loki and Kian are gone, so they won't be here. I still need to talk to that librarian. I can talk to Crow, who's standing around the side here, so I'll do that first. Gotta talk to him. He just found out April is dead.
I'm so sorry, Crow. I thought you knew.
It's fine. It's not your fault. I just can't... I can't believe she's gone. But I sort of knew, you know? I felt it in my heart. And that final time we were together, it wasn't like it used to be. It was weird. Like too much time had passed and we drifted apart. I should have known it wouldn't last.
He's not alone in feeling that. How can you ever know something like that? He's not... I know that feeling. It's something you just have to learn to live with.
I know. I will. Were you there when she...
Perhaps better to avoid the topic and get him thinking I witnessed the whole thing. But should I tell Crow that?
At least I feel like he deserves the truth.
I was there. I saw it happen. I tried to help her, to save her. I know I was supposed to, but I couldn't.
Not your fault. Bad things happen. People die. Life goes on. Anyway, did I help with, you know, the rebel thing? Did they believe you? That you're not a spy?
You did. They do. It's fine now. They'll help us.
Good, good, good. They're not gonna cut your head off?
Feels bad
What?
for Crow, though.
No?
Good, good. I wish I could have been more helpful. But it was 10 years ago, and I didn't really pay attention to what April said about that Abnaxis chap.
It's okay.
If you don't mind, I need to be alone for a little while. Clean my feathers, sharpen my beak, reflect on the nature of life. Bird stuff.
Bird stuff.
Totally understand.
I'll find you in the city.
Next objective. Let's go meet Anu. We might be able to meet the other person as well. Zoe knew her, didn't she? The witch? I thought Zoe knew her.
There are fewer rebels than I thought. Having seen what they're up against, I'm worried. A white dragon. There's only supposed to be one of those at any given time. I met the current one. She was beautiful and eccentric.
God, you gave me a fright. I was just... I mean, I'm not... Are you supposed to be walking around on your own?
He looks guilty. What's going on here? This doesn't look right, but he looks guilty. Is this your room?
Well, we don't... You know, we don't have our own rooms. Anyway, Keen's gone. I was just looking for... It's Zoe, is it not? I'm Jakai, Benrima Salman's nephew. She said some very nice things about you.
You'll have to give her my regards. How is Benrime? I noticed the Journeyman was closed down.
Yeah, she's in Coldstone. They arrested her for colluding with the Resistance. She was sentenced to 10 years in the dungeons. I don't know if she'll survive that. Anyway, I'm sure she'll be happy to hear that you're back in town.
I'm sorry about your aunt.
Yes. Thank you. I don't know what I'll do without her. She's the only family I have. Look, I have to go into town on an errand now, but please let me know if there's anything I can do for you.
I don't trust him. I think I'm gonna report... I think I'm gonna report that to Shepard. I do not like that.
Maybe someone in the Enclave has the
Great plans are probably laid here. Also, dinner.
Dinner. Always dinner. No, I had hoped I could talk to someone about that, because that was shady. A lot shadier than I like.
They kept me locked up in one of those cells all night. One night in a cell was plenty. I have no wish for a repeat visit.
Hmm. Yeah. So she's not here? Oh.
So I hope Enu finds a clue in one of these books.
Nexus, Purple Mountains, Ular, Ula, 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 Ula. Nope, nothing, no.
Enu's really weird and very sweet,
Ugh,
and I like
books,
her
please
a
don't
lot.
go me now.
I have to resist this intense desire to stroke her yellow
On
fur.
abscesses.
I don't think that'd be
Ooh,
kosher.
Nope, that's a different type of ab.
Honestly, you're not the only one.
The Turtle
She's the-
Mountains. Believed to be the petrified remnants of 3 titan turtles that rose from... and interesting? Sure. Relevant? No.
She is so awesome.
I've been trying to find a book or scroll or
just
manuscript
wanna
or
hug her,
map
you
or
know?
torn note page or ancient magical tome or pamphlet or a piece of cloth that mentions the Purple Mountains or the Ular, but no luck. It's really frustrating. This library has
Also
never let
that
me
you
down
can have
before.
fun, Vic, with
Bad
that
library.
particular game.
There must be something here. This is where I try to connect and make friends. She seems so curious about me, and this is where I try to connect and make friends. You just joined the Resistance?
Oh,
Oh, no worries. I just said that I don't know how you can enjoy that game. The Dual Links game just bores me.
yes. No. Not really just. About half a year ago? Wait, more than that. Time flies when you're having fun. Well, fun.
Sometimes you need to make the best out of a
I
bad
guess.
situation.
Right. And it's my duty. We're doing good, important
Still.
work here. Also,
maybe.
I didn't want to end up living the
I
life
just
my
prefer
parents wanted
playing
for me.
against my friends for that game.
I can identify with that.
Yu-Gi-Oh! In general,
This
I
is
mean.
so nice. I wish we were sisters. Can we be sisters? You don't have to answer that. Do you have any siblings?
I did. Sort of. Long story. You?
Oh, lots. Boyfriend! Do you have one of those?
We
Okay.
just broke up. In incredibly bad timing. It's been a difficult few months. I was asleep for a long time. I forgot a lot of the stuff that happened to me before I fell asleep. I tried to remember, but I couldn't. Until my memories caught up with me. On top of all that, I started flirting with my therapist, and now I don't even know if I should have trusted him or... Oh, Jesus. It's a long story. Very complicated. Maybe another time?
Yes, please?
There must... She seems so curious. Enu, right? I don't feel we were properly introduced.
I know you are. I mean, no, yes. You're right. Enu. I am Enu. I hope you're staying a while. It would be so great to have someone around who's not a surly warrior with mommy issues, or a stoic leader, or a battle-hardened soldier, or just batshit insane.
I think that's
I mean,
theoretically Blind Bob.
There's Jakai. He's pretty normal, except for his aunt issues, but he's a bit too... Hey, so, what do you do when you're not saving the world?
Asleep.
Neural programming. I mean, I did. Then my world shut down, and now I just watch a lot of shows and eat. Sorry.
Didn't understand any of that, but it was still amazing. Tell me again?
Maybe next time?
I can't wait to talk more about all these things we have in common. We must have a sleepover.
There must be something here.
She's so awesome.
So, no luck?
Nothing. Sorry. And I've read most of these before. I can't remember coming across any of those words you mentioned. There's not much else to do here in the evenings except read. I don't really have any female friends. It gets lonely. Anyway, I've been through all the encyclopedias and travelogues,
Nothing about the Purple Mountains or the
Aw,
Ula.
poor
but
Enu.
nothing. I mean, the Purple Mountains sounds colloquial. It may have a different name officially. But the Ular, there should be something about them. It's a magical race?
They didn't look human.
Weird, there's nothing about them. They must be very isolated, or someone's trying to hide something. Which would be weird and very hard to pull off. Forget I said that.
I'm on a deadline. I should just cut this short. I guess I'll have to look elsewhere.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. I really thought I'd find something. I feel
It's
terrible. Do you want to
okay.
be my friend? Oh, I already asked you that. I'm coming on too strong, aren't I? I am, I can tell. Stop it, Enu.
No, not at all. I'd love to be friends. And thank you for helping me.
Much good that did. I really wish I knew who else could.
For the love of the festering demon shrimps of Jaharva, do I have to do everything in this place? I didn't spend all those years living on the streets of Marcuria, pilfering food and liberating fat purses to deal with this shite. I swear
God.
I'd be better off going back to sleeping in Abnaxis' stone tree if I can't even get a mattress that isn't flea and maggot infested. Do your bleeding jobs, people. Is that too much to ask?
And of course, Blind Bob knows something.
Blind Bob?
Eh? What? Who's asking? Well, blessed be Miss Striped Britches. You're the lass what brought me mulled wine back when I'd hit rock bottom in Marcuria. What in the name of the eight-eyed octo-god of Tartarus are you doing here?
Grandpa's got attitude.
I was about to ask you the same thing. Except for, not those words exactly.
Also, blessed be my striped. What did he say? Blessed be my striped breeches. That is the best. Well, goddamn that I have ever heard.
Oh, I left me life of beggaring behind. Cleaned myself up. Joined the resistance. I'm a general now.
Are you though?
I'm making a difference.
Are you?
He was theoretically blind, but now he can see. It makes less and less sense the more I... What happened to your theoretical blindness?
Cured! I was blind, theoretically, but now I can see. To be honest, some days I wonder if I ever was theoretically blind, or if it was all hypothemetaphysical. You know.
Excuse me? Hi what? Hypothemetaphysical? Gotta look that
Just
word
in my
up
head,
later.
like.
Oh,
It was simpler being blind Bob and resorting to beggaring and vagrancy than taking a long, hard look at myself in a speculum, particularly on account of the blindness. I wish my old pa could have lived to see me.
Hypothemetaphysical.
He always believed in me.
Probably,
even when
yeah.
I didn't.
I gotta look
To
it
the
up what
bitter
it
end,
means though.
He told me I had potential. I nodded and wept and promised him I'd try my best. Then, as he drew his last ragged breath, I stole his purse and his breeches. Well,
Wow.
Pa, I'm sorry about the breeches. I'm making something of life now. Making something of myself. I'm no longer blind Bob. Call me Bob who can see.
Sure, Bob who can see. Sure.
General? Are you an actual general?
Aye. See these stripes? General Bob, that's me. I takes care of the logic sticks round here, so the place
Logic
don't crumble
sticks.
to pieces. Shit.
So this guy doesn't know logistics, but he knows a word like a hypothemetaphysical, or however you pronounce that. I can't pronounce
It's
that.
busy with the
Not exactly,
strategering.
or accurately at
Kian
least.
sorts out who to murder and how. Liko makes a fine job of being contrary, and Enu keeps everyone's spirits up. I mean, when she's not shooting Azadi soldiers in their eyeballs with her bow and arrow. Me, I make sure the ladder's stocked, the sheets are clean, relatively speaking, and that the piss pots are empty. Can't go to war on a full bladder.
No, I guess not.
It's
Anyway.
a long shot, but didn't he just mention Abnax? I just can't imagine how the blind Bob I met in Marcuria... How did you end up with the rebels?
Not long after you and I met, I overdosed on mulled wine. Spooked me good, that did. I figured I had two choices. Either spend the remainder of my days in the gutter, stinking of foreign spices and currants, and to be honest, there didn't seem to be a whole lot of days left. Or I could clean myself up, try to amount to something after a lifetime wasted on wine, women, and various gutters. The moment I looked up, I saw how the Azadi were running magicals out of Marcuria. I couldn't ignore it. It was disgraceful. I mean, magicals always treated me with kindness and respect. I felt I owed them. So, here I am, doing my part and paying my debts. Aside from the gambling and the bar tabs, mind you. And I feel 20 years younger to
One
boot.
step at a time, theoretically blind Bob. One
It's
step at a
lot.
time.
Have you heard of the Purple Mountains?
Oh, aye. Aye, of course. Everyone's heard of the Turtle Mountains. They're...
No, sorry, purple, not turtle.
That's what I said. Turtle. Right, of course. You don't know. Why would you? My apologies, lassie. See, I have a serious P deficiency. It's been a lifelong struggle. The Turtle Mountains. Nope, never heard of them. Sorry.
So there's a place called the Turtle Mountains and there's a place called the Purple Mountains. Now this guy can't pronounce his P's very well, so he pronounces them like T's. So you don't know if he's talking about the Purple Mountains or the Turtle Mountains. Great.
Didn't he just... Do you know someone called Abnaxus?
Abnaxus. Now, there's a name I haven't heard spoken in years.
Well, you
Where
kinda
do you
just
know
did.
it from?
Sorry, I just overheard. Actually, I met Abnaxus recently. Well, I dreamed about Abnaxus. Or maybe it was more like a
Purple
vision.
Mountains.
This sounds crazy, I know, but...
Sounds completely sane to me, lass. Abnaxus turning up in visions. That's exactly the sort of fellow he was. Persistent, unpredictable, and not a little annoying. I met him when he was the Venar ambassador to Ireed. This was before the gutters, when I was still a dapper chap on the Marcurian party circuit. We hit it off, especially seeing as I was going blind, theoretically, and he saw everything, past, present, and future. Years later, as he was leaving town, he entrusted me with the key to his home. Said to take care of it. I'd sleep there from time to time. Very uncomfortable bunk. Musty smell of ancient books and foreign weeds. I didn't much care for it, to be honest.
I'm sure he said key. You said something about a key to Abnaxus's house?
I don't even know if
They
he's
called
watching
it
chat
the abode
already.
back then. Abnaxus's abode. Primitive accommodations, but luxurious location. Prime real estate. Central with a garden view. Very quiet at night.
Oh,
And
hi.
the key? Do you still have it? Sorry, this is really important.
Can any of us carry though?
Oh, I carry it with me every day. After all, it is a magic key. Figured it might do me lumbago some good.
What about this house?
Also still there, and not hard to find. Sits right circle in the center of the city green. Abnaxus carved it out of a petrified tree with his own morbidly huge hands. A few years ago, the authorities turned it into an historical landmark. Of course, no one can get inside, on account of the Venar magic. Not without the key, at least.
This key? Can I...
Oh, sure. Heavier than it looks, ain't it? More powerful than iron, worth its weight in precious stones, and then some. This magic goes back to the first magic. None of that modern hocus pocus. You feel it in your fingers when you hold it.
So it is
Tingles,
old.
don't
Very
it?
old.
It does. Sorry, I know this is asking a lot, but can I...
Borrow it? Aye, why not? It's done the lumbago no good. And I don't have much use for the place, now that I've a proper bunk here. But keep it safe. Abnaxus left most of his belongings behind and entrusted me with their care. I'd hate to betray that trust.
I promise.
I mean, he's not playing Garen all that much anymore. Or are you already back in your Garen phase? I don't actually know in what phase you are right now. We haven't played League in a while. You're in a Yu-Gi-Oh phase right now. That's what I know.
I'd love to chat, lassie, but I have duties to attend to. There are piss pots that need emptying, and people to command and to do it.
Hey, I made progress. Blind Bob, I mean, the General, gave me the key to Obnaxus's house. I might find what I'm looking for there.
That's great! Oh, I wish I could come with you, but there's this whole furry thing I've got going on. It's a big no-no in the city these days.
Sorry
Okay,
about that.
good luck with
Humans
that.
can be
Good
real
luck in your
dicks
turns
sometimes.
as well, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, what are these?
That's not...
Are you leaving already? You'll come back though, right?
I hope so.
Oh, okay. Because there's so much I want to talk about, and I'll let you go now. Thanks for talking to me, Zoe. I miss you already. Shut up now, Enu. Okay, thanks, bye!
And I get an achievement sleepover. It couldn't have gone any better. Anu is awesome. Anu is really awesome. Okay, now where do I need to go? Speak with Shepard.
You spoke with the General. Did you find what you were looking for?
It's a step in the right direction.
Good. I've asked them to ready a boat for you. Whenever you're ready, it will take you into the city. I may not fully understand your role, Zoe, but there's something about you that... I've learned to have faith in the balance. The balance provides. The balance guides. It's guiding you now. You must let it take you wherever it leads, like a leaf on a river. Bend to its will.
I'll try.
May your gods favor your journey.
I do have
You'll
something
be
to
in my
say, but I
thoughts
don't know
and
if I'll
dreams.
get a chance.
There's a boat waiting.
Apparently, I'm not gonna get a chance. Yeah, I've already talked to those, so I guess there's nothing else right now. And now we gotta go check on Obnexus's house.
Shepard said to take you into town. Just get in that boat and we'll leave immediately.
And right now, Kian is on his way trying to make sure Bip is safe. But there's also that I'm gonna need to take care of.
Now I need to find the city green. I wish Crow was with me. I feel less alone with that silly bird around.
Oh, there's Crow.
You're back, and your head's still on. Did you swim?
Swim? No, boat. I boated. I mean, they dropped me off in a boat.
Impressive. So, what's the next step on our grand adventure? Tea and biscuits? A hearty nap, perhaps?
No.
I need to find the city green and the home of Obnaxus.
I visit the city green every day to clean my feathers in the fountain. Follow me.
Alright, lead the way, Crow.
I really wish you had wings.
So do I, Crow. Hey, are you okay?
Sure, why wouldn't I be?
I mean, April and...
Of course I'm not okay, okay? But I'm okay. I'll be okay. It's okay. We're okay. Don't worry about it, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
She's not the first friend I've lost, and she won't be the last. You learn to roll with the punches. It's either that or punch back. Real hard.
Crow is amazing. Honestly, in his own sense, Crow is really amazing. And he lives by what I think is a
So,
correct way to
how's
live by.
business? Pretty
Just
good.
do your
I mean,
best.
reaping's a great time.
Day by day, just do your best, even if your best is just getting out of bed.
How? I mean, farmers.
How's your memory coming along? Do you remember anything about this place now?
I worked so hard to remember, but no, not much. It was winter.
True. Winter changes everything, what with the snow and the ice and all.
And the city looked different. Smaller.
It probably has grown a bit.
But no, I don't really remember anything at all.
Perfectly fine. I also remember very little, but then I am a bird with a bird brain. So what can you expect?
I don't know.
I feel better having Crow around, even though I'm not sure what he can do. Still, a useless sidekick is better than— Oh, jams! Is it safe to bring back food to Stark? Is that even possible? Probably not. No, jams. Apple bobbing! Flashback to birthday parties and childhood crushes. Nothing beats half-eaten apples floating in murky water for awkward preteen courtships.
That's one way to describe it, I guess. I've never done apple bobbing. Then again, there's no apple tree left standing in my time, so apple bobbing is
What's
kind of
going
out
on
of the
here?
picture.
Isn't that— Are they trying to chop down Obnaxis's abode? Great. That's great.
So this is it. Abode of, big ugly thing what speaks funny?
Apparently so.
And there's someone else here.
Apparently so.
Huh.
I feel better having Crow around. A good bird. Soft feathers. I'm petting a talking bird in a parallel universe. This is going to require years of therapy. Good bird.
So what now?
I don't know.
We kill them, bury their bodies.
That's—
I know.
I'm really not in the mood for killing.
Fine, then you come up.
Let's go talk to them. Like any normal person
Some
would do.
holy tree's been knocked down. The electric will take me seriously. They'll see I have the power to get things done. Maybe then I can stop licking the arses of the Azadi. Goddess this and goddess that. It leaves a bad
I think I saw
taste
that
in my
man in
mouth,
town yesterday
sucking up
speaking to a small
feminine
crowd.
Ah,
What's
a
he
member of the
doing?
voting public. Honor Hilaris Esquire, at your service, madam. But I'm sure you've seen my face in print and in public appearances. You know me as an and woman. I'm, of course, running for Commissioner of City Watch, a position sorely
He's a
and desperately in
racist.
need of new blood. The Watch needs strength.
He hates
It needs
magicals.
direction. It needs humanity.
And he's a puppet of the tower, of the
In other
Azadi.
words, it needs
He's gunning for a political position with the City Watch. You're running for City Watch?
Indeed, the Watch is in dire need of...
Male.
As you well know, the current commissioner, a person of the female persuasion, has failed to maintain order in the city in these She's been soft on sorcery, magnanimous with magicals. She's indulged the occult, and she's extended an open hand to non-humans, acting in discord with our foreign benefactors. Oh, it's understandable she's weak. She's sentimental. She's merely a woman, and she's not been able to properly inspire the men of the Watch to
Can you
take
get any more
appropriate action against
sexist
our
while you're
occult
at it?
immigrants. As soon as I...
Honestly, she's probably running 10 times better than you can in your whole life. In one day. That came out wrong. She can probably run the place better in one day than he can in his entire lifetime. Something like that.
This will change. We will honor Azadi law and make Mercuria pure again.
Make America
No
great again.
more
Anyone
magic.
sound familiar?
No more magicals. And our women folk can once again return to home and hearth to be pampered and protected by their husbands, fathers, and brothers. As it should be. Yes, yes.
Can I smack that guy? With an axe? Between his eyes? I want to! I want to take that axe and smash it in his head, but I can't. Sadly enough.
Let's see if I can get him talking about himself. He sounded more than happy to do so. It's Hilaris, right?
Oh no, Hilaris Esquire, licensed solicitor, and your candidate for Commissioner of City Watch.
It's an unusual name.
It's unique, certainly, but it's a Northlander name with deep roots in Mercurian society. My father, the esteemed Hubert Hilaris Esquire, served
Also, I
dutifully
feel
for many
like if
years
I
on the
poke his
council.
pants with a
He was
needle, he's
respected,
gonna
feared,
deflate.
and admired
All
by
his
all.
ego is gonna drip
Of course,
out.
that was before he was beguiled by that Dulmari witch. She used her wily sorcery and beastly sensuality to lure my father away from his family, away from us. I've sworn to restore
So, basically, daddy issues. Uh-huh.
sacred heritage. The witches shall burn.
Honestly, with a
Humanity
face like
shall
that.
prevail. And the name Hilaris shall no longer be the butt of spiteful jests.
He appears to be an Azadi supporter. It looks like they're trying to destroy Abna. He appears to be an Azadi supporter. I wonder how genuine it is.
Exactly. Because it's always like that, isn't it?
I take it you're happy with the Azadi occupation?
No, I wouldn't call it an occupation, not anymore. The Azadi came to save us from the tyrant invaders, and they stayed to protect us against all magicals. They're our benefactors, not our oppressors. But the resistance has put us all at risk. Unless we re-establish human dominion over the Northlands, we'll be vulnerable when the Azadi eventually return to Azadir. For believe me, they will. Oh, they've
The
promised us
more
much. This is
I learn
not
about this
their
guy,
land, and this
the
is
less
why
I
run for
like him.
office.
And I did not think
To
that was
build
possible.
a Mercuria by and for humans, one that can stand the test of time and
Also,
stand up
how
against
long is the guy in the back just gonna keep
We
whacking
must
the door? It
invest in the
doesn't do
future.
anything.
And you can't spell future without owner Hilaris.
Yes, you can.
It looks like they're trying to Why are you trying to knock down this tree?
Oh, it's not just a tree. It's an affront to common decency and humanity. This so-called domicile was the dark and dangerous den of one of the most militant of magicals. An abominable beast that threatened our young and our women by its mere existence.
Wasn't Abnexus somebody who
Eradicating this
didn't
occult stone
live
tree
in any
from our
timeline?
historic green is not just my election promise to voters, but my God's given responsibility as a human being.
Well, best of luck with it.
Luck is the lazy man's excuse for fail. Here's my advice to you. Find yourself a decent human husband and start breeding decent human babies. This is how you can best contribute to our common manifest destiny. And remember, a vote for honor is a vote for humanity.
Can I
So
borrow
put
your
back into it, man.
Can I
This is
borrow your
pathetic.
axe for
It's
a
merely
second?
tree.
Ow.
The key to Abnaxus's abode.
Ow.
Score!
He's definitely doesn't got stalker alert on him. The problem is, there's... I need to enter there and he's standing in my way.
I got nothing.
Is that the best you
I
can
mean-
do? Oh, I take the axe myself, not just moisturise my hands. This, it's dry air.
Crow, could you fly over there for me?
Why?
Just trust me.
Why?
Jesus, please, Crow.
Fine. Pardon me for wanting to play a role in my own destiny. I'll do it.
A talking
Geronimo!
bird. Filthy magic. Damnation, where did it go? What kind of shoddy job are the Azadi doing when there are still talking birds flapping about? They should provide us with a few of their explosive sticks so that we can take matters into our own hands and eradicate
We could go get filthy drunk.
my skin crawls at the very idea of occult flying creatures within the city walls.
Again?
Steal, you filthy little fowl. What? Not again.
I'm gonna need to do something, but I don't quite know what yet. But it's gonna be hilarious, I bet.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't move, I've got you now.
That guy can't throw for shit. Really?
That's it. The home of Abnaxis. Now, I just need to... I wish I had wings. I could just fly to the Purple Mountains. After I get some proper directions.
Are you doing this just to annoy me?
Maybe.
Wait for it.
Someday soon I'm gonna complain to the Guild of Side. Thank the gods of feathers, you're paying me well. Wait, that's not a thing you do.
I'm sorry, Crow. I'm just trying to figure it out what I need to do.
Steal, you filthy little fowl.
You're on a...
So I guess that's not an option. Also, that achievement is cruel. That achievement is freaking cruel.
Again?
I've got you now. Damnation, where did he go? Ah, God's damn ah.
About that talking bird.
Yes, what about it?
I just saw it.
Where? Where? Go look for that goddamn bird over there. Did you see that?
About that talk.
Yes, what about it?
I just saw it.
You did? Use your finger, woman. Point! That filthy, chattering fowl must be over there somewhere. Go check.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait for it.
Oh god. Dunk.
Soft-headed fool.
I mean, you're kind of the one
We'll
who
need to
did it.
carry him home to have someone look at his head. The tree can wait until tomorrow. You do the carrying. I'd do it myself, but someone needs to lead the way and keep an eye out for potholes.
Sure, lazy ass bastard.
That was brilliant! First, I did my thing, and then that goofball tried to hit me with a rock, and then stuff happened, and Dung for Brains got knocked out, and then they all left. End scene. It was almost like one of those puppet shows that Wizard puts on in the square. It was hilarious!
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
That's the most fun I've had since... I don't know, I guess since I hung out with April all those years ago.
I'm sorry, Crow. I really am.
Locked, but I have the key.
Oh man, if anyone sees her entering that place, she can be in serious trouble.
This place looks a lot bigger on the inside. It is a lot bigger on the inside. Okay, this is freaky. I feel dizzy. There must be magic here because this makes no sense. Things can't be bigger on the inside than on the outside. Then again, why should I be surprised? I've seen weirder things. Weird is my new normal. Right, so...
Weird is my life. Don't judge weird. Weird is awesome.
Those are some portentous-looking books. I wish I could read them. Obnaxus must have been a big believer in crystals. Or maybe this is how people light their houses. Maybe this is totally normal for Arcadia.
Oh, that's a book.
Oh, that's interesting.
Someone's here. Who's... Oh, God.
I must apologize, ma'am. I didn't mean to frighten you.
Zoe Castillo. You're the last person I expected to find here.
I remember him from my last... I have no memory of this man. He's right. This is a very odd coincidence. I remember him from my last visit. Brian, right?
Right. Brian. Brian Westhouse. We spent a few days in cramped quarters on a small airship. I'd be surprised if you didn't remember me.
It's been a confusing year. For a while, I remembered nothing. Even when I tried my best to remember, I couldn't. Well, not until now.
I know that feeling all too well, Miss Castillo. So you're back in Mercuria, and in this place of all places. How in the name of the balance did you get inside? People have been trying for years, but this house has strong wards. Venar magic, the oldest there is. And now I understand why. It's a treasure trove. Wait, is that the Annals of Dreaming? Good God, that's a lost treasure. Only 5 were ever made.
I'm not sure I want to tell this man up. Why be secretive about it? I'm sure I can trust him.
I need to trust someone. Why not trust Brian? I'm gonna take a dumb risk.
I guess it helped to have a key. I actually didn't know it was supposed to be so difficult to get in.
So there was a key all this time. The door wasn't locked with a spell. I was right. Where did you...
An acquaintance. Pure luck, I guess.
So what are you looking for here? The ambassador disappeared more than 10 years ago, as I'm sure you know.
I should trust Brian. There's no point... It's not that I don't trust him, but... I should trust Brian. There's no point hiding anything from him.
I really want to trust him.
I'm trying to find out where Obnaxus went after he left Mercuria.
And you believe the answer's in here somewhere. You're probably right. Looks like I picked the perfect day for a stroll in the green. I was wondering why that odorous Hilarious fellow wasn't still trying to chop this tree down.
Odorous. Odorous Hilarious. Best name ever. Odorous Hilarious.
Now I know.
Oh.
Let's see if we find anything interesting, shall we?
Mr. Westhouse, Brian. He seems very enthusiastic and friendly. Probably. I have a hard time reading him. Obnaxus was a very well-read man. Thing. There are enough musty old books here to fill a university library's special collection of musty old books. Looks like a handwritten note. It's another one of Obnaxus's notes. Westhouse might be able to decipher that note. This place has the slightly tacky ambience of a New Age shop.
Well, yeah, you're probably not gonna be able to read any of those.
This is fascinating.
Those are some portentous-looking books. I wish I could read them. Obnaxus was a very well-read man. Thing.
Any other notes that I can collect? I'll have a quick look.
All those years. And
Obnaxis must have made the bed before leaving for good. That's kind of sad and eerie. There are enough musty old books here to fill a university library's special collection of those are some portentous-looking books. I wish I could read them.
Books, no.
What does this
Doesn't
mean?
It doesn't seem to be anything else here, so let's try and give him the notes.
Have you found anything of interest? Keep looking. This place is a treasure trove.
What do you think this means?
I'm not sure there's much to learn from that one.
Yeah, it really is. Also, hi Glitter, how you doing? It's really awesome. They're always just on point with the details. Always just
I
right.
was right.
This looks interesting.
The first dreamer references in the annals of dreaming. That's this book right here. And the chapter about the first dream, it's certainly a starting point. Let's see what it says.
Can you read that book?
I've lived in Arcadia for decades, and there hasn't been much to do aside from studying ancient texts, so yes, I can read this book. Let's see, the chapter in question speaks of the Ular. They are said to be wardens of the Dreaming One, whatever that means. It's a rough translation. The English language isn't quite up to the task. The Ular and the Yete, one people that split into two. That sounds familiar.
The Ular and
it
the
says
Yetis.
here the Yete
Really?
left the Purple Mountains to go south to burrow into the ground. Something about a well of dreams. I mean, I don't know how much of this is true and how much is fantasy or prophecy. It's a difficult book to decipher. There's also something about two dreamers becoming one. It's vague. This is almost certainly a prophecy of some sort. The Ular live on Cloud Peak. It's in the mountains of Yedra. Where's that on the map? Ah, there it is. Straight north across the plains, right in the middle of the border mountains. This is an old book, so I don't know if they still live there. I've never heard of the Ular. They might all be dead. I'm not sure how useful this is to you, but there it is.
That note fell out of the annals when...
Alright, let's see if we can get him to see
What do
the
you
other
think
notes.
this means?
I'm not...
This note fell out from the pages of the annals. What's a soulless stone?
Soul Stone.
I'm not sure. The Soul Stone was taken from Luke's by the warlock Clax. It must be retrieved, or the past, present, and future will cease to be.
Roper
sounds
Clax? Really?
It does
Roper
indeed.
Clax?
I don't know about any Soul Stone, but I'm guessing this Clax fellow does. I wonder if Obnaxis means old Roper Clax. April told me his story. He was a two-bit wizard who resided in a floating castle up north near the border mountains. April said she taught him a lesson. She didn't get into any details, but he lost his castle. Last I heard, he's doing children's theater here in town. Reformed, apparently, if that's a thing a wizard is capable of.
Apparently it is.
Sounds like this Soul Stone is important.
How do I go about finding it?
The clue's right here in the text. Roper Clax, wizard and puppeteer. I'd start there if I were you. Obnaxis left so much behind. There's a wealth of information here.
I remember him, but only vaguely. It's like he didn't make much of an impression on me the last time. Odd, but then lots of things from my last visit. I don't know where to go next. I should stay here and look for more clues. Obnaxis must have been a big believer in crystals.
I
Or
knew
maybe
it.
this is
I
how people
knew
light
it.
their houses. Obnaxus was a very well-read man. Thing. This place has the slightly tacky ambience of a new... There are enough musty old books here to fill a university library's special collection of musty old books. So, if this place is bigger on the inside than the outside... Since this place is so much bigger on the inside than the outside, I thought maybe it existed in a pocket dimension of... Those are some portentous-looking books. I wish I could read them. Someone's been sleeping in my bed, said Papa Bear, before mauling Goldilocks and devouring her whole. Don't ever mess with fairy tale creatures.
That's not quite how the story
Someone's
goes.
been sleeping in my bed, said Papa Bear, before mauling Gold. What if this window is also a portal, and right now I'm looking across dimensions, or across space and time, or... God, no, just a window. I'm sure Obnaxus must have been a big believer in crystals. Or maybe this is how people light their house. Obnaxus was a very well-read man. Thing.
The balance symbol.
Obnaxus must have made the bed before leaving for good. Since this place is so much bigger on the inside than the outside, there are enough musty old books here to fill a university library's special collection of musty old books.
Books.
This place has the slightly tacky ambience of a new age shop.
I'll need to write all of this down before I forget it.
Those are some portentous-looking books. I wish I could read them.
I knew it! I knew it!
I wonder if you didn't play the first two games, because... So I did the logical order of playing the games in the logical order to play them. I'm starting with The Longest Journey, Dreamfall The Longest Journey, and Dreamfall Chapters, which is the one that I'm on right now. But I'm wondering if you don't...
Fascinating.
Brian, I'm trying to talk here, thank you. But I wonder if you don't have the history of the previous game, how would you react to Brian? Like, I'm going out on a limb by trusting him. But I know him. And we've known him since the first game.
I'll need to write all of this down before I forget it.
How would you react to the way he was shown here if this was your first game playing? Would you trust him? Because it did come over shady. Like, really shady.
I knew it! I knew it! If you see anything that looks relevant, let me know. I can probably decipher it for you.
Obnaxus was a very well-read man. Thing. There are enough musty... Those are some portentous-looking books. I wish I could read them.
Fascinating.
I don't know if I'm done here yet. I'm pretty sure I'm not.
If you're not done, what more do you expect to find? I thought I got all the notes.
I'll need to write all of this down before I forget it.
Obnaxus must have been a big believer in crystals. Or maybe this is how people... Obnaxus was a very well-read man. Thing.
I knew it! I knew it!
I'm sure Obnaxus won't mind me borrowing this. I'll return it to him in person, if I make it to Cloud Peak. I think I have what I need. I should get going. Should we...
Would you mind terribly if I stayed here to read these books?
Well, it's private property, isn't it?
Obnaxus isn't coming back, and I've been itching for a chance to peruse his library for years now. I promise I won't remove anything or make a mess.
It doesn't look like Brian's going to do any damage to the place. He's respectful and curious. It couldn't hurt to let him stay. He might have the best of intentions, but I made a promise to Blind Bob. I'd feel awful if anything happened to Obnaxus's abode.
Uh, Holy crap, this is so far the most difficult choice, and it's not even a choice of life or death. It's just a really difficult choice.
It doesn't look like I guess. Okay. I mean, it's not my house.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
I don't. That is probably one of the more difficult choices I have made so far. Because I do want to
Didn't you say
trust
something
him.
about a wizard and a puppet show?
Nope.
No, you did. You said something about a show in the square.
I did not.
Crow.
Oh, right! Roper Clax's Fingerlings! Man, that show's great. A modern classic.
Really?
Clax. He's the wizard April Ryan fought.
That's right. He was behaving badly, so she fought him and trapped him inside some sort of calculating machine. Pretty clever stuff.
Where can I find this puppet show?
I'll show you.
Thanks, Chloe. Crow, not Chloe. I somehow got the words mixed up from show and crow to Chloe. Also, why do I get a feeling that when I'm gonna go to Roper Clax's Fingerlings, it's gonna be a show about his life and how April Ryan fought him?
I feel better having Crow around, even though I'm not sure what he can do. Still, a useless sidekick is better than no sidekick. I'm not saying he's useless.
This is gonna be so good.
So... I can see Roper Clax behind there.
They look shady. What did they do? Steal a magic hammer or something?
This is gonna be so... This is gonna be so good.
Oh wait, I can just go talk to him.
If you seek an autograph, you must purchase my book first. It's on sale today. Only...
No, sorry. I need to talk to you.
Talk, hmm? Well, I only have a few minutes before my show begins, but I'm sure I can spare a couple of them for a pretty young thing like you.
Also, that is the best hairdo ever. It looks like a bag.
This has to be the right man. You are Roper Clax, right? The wizard?
Who told you that?
Well, that sign, for one.
No, the wizard part. Who told you? I mean, I'm merely a humble finger puppeteer trying to make an honest living in a cold and heartless world.
He really
But
does.
you were a wizard once.
Fully rehabilitated, I don't go anywhere near sorcery, not anymore. You should really read my highly acclaimed and best-selling memoir, A Farewell to My Wizarding Ways. It's a thrilling story of redemption and romance, of dashing heroes and wicked villainesses, of flying castles and curious calculating devices. Every word of it as true as the night is dark and the day is bright, of course.
It's an odd. The Fingerlings.
Ah, my beloved finger puppets, beloved by all children and critics alike. Gilbert Grutton of the Daily Mercurian called my show simply astonishing and wrote that it was quite impossible to look away. I couldn't believe my eyes and like a slow-motion cart wreck. You see, the fingerlings represent a revolution in finger puppeteering, or as I call it, fingering, trademark and patent pending. The women in particular are quite ecstatic.
I mean, I guess it's one way to describe finger puppets. Or how you play with finger puppets. It's one way to describe it.
Stay for the show. I guarantee a good time.
Yeah. Imagine that.
Didn't he and April have some sort of... Do you remember April Ryan?
April Ryan? Oh, yes, of course, absolutely, certainly, naturally. The bit... the brave young woman who came to my castle and stole it, and helped me put my sorceress past behind me. How could I possibly forget?
I mean, you kind of did that
He's
to
obviously
yourself.
got some issues with April. So, about April.
Why does everyone want to talk about April Ryan? She was just a weak little human who stumbled onto things she didn't... No, I must apologize. You see, April and
I'm
I
starting
had
to
some
think this guy has a split
disagreements in the
personality.
past. I'm past that now. I'm a different person. As for April Ryan, I hear she suffered an ignoble death at the hands of our Azadi benefactors. What a shame. What a terrible, terrible shame.
Doesn't sound like it.
Do you recall owning a soul stone?
A soul stone? I don't know what you're talking about.
I was just wondering, since there are so many impressive tales about your powers where I come from.
And where would that be?
That
Was a long time ago. In another life. I've moved on. I'm a different person now in every way.
I was just wondering what happened to the stone.
She took it, that bitch. Balance? Pardon me? I don't know where that came from.
I think this guy seriously has mixed
Yaga,
personality.
the wicked witch of the north, as these simpletons call her. As if they have any idea who and what she truly is. She lurks in Riverwood in the dark places. She feeds on that stone like a... Like I said, that's in the past, and I've left it all behind long ago.
Have you? You don't sound
Now
like it.
I make an honest living bringing joy to children through my most excellent and revolutionary finger puppet theater. And on that note...
Can we please talk again afterward?
Sure. Toodaloo!
Yes, here we go.
Alright,
This
let's
is
have a
gonna
look
be
at the
so
show.
good.
Ladies and
Let's see him
gentlemen,
fingering.
boys and girls, humans and... well, humans. And you, Azadi soldier standing over there, you're welcome to watch. Just don't rattle your sabers or rustle your suits. Welcome to this morning's performance of The Fingerlings. I am your host and puppeteer, Roper Clax, esteemed thespian and raconteur, author and entrepreneur. My book is available for purchase with a free personalized dedication. Speak to me after the show. A donation is both appreciated and expected. Drop your coins into the box after the show. Remember that every iron piece goes towards a good purpose.
Woohoo! Go fingerlings!
My beloved fingerlings, handcrafted reproductions of renowned actors from across Arcadia, immortalized in finger puppet form by skilled artisans. Using only the finest fabrics and natural materials, these lovely creatures are as dear to me as children, and as talented and protean as the finest human players. You're all welcome to approach the stage after the...
Does he have a finger puppet of himself? After that entire introduction, does he have a finger puppet of himself?
show, of course, to admire my finely crafted miniatures up close and intimately. No food, no touching, no children. And now, beloved audience, prepare yourselves for a journey into mystery, for a true story of wizardry and magic. I present to you the tale of the good-hearted wizard and the villainous winch. Once upon a time, in the distant north, there lived a kindly old wizard and a
I knew it.
wonderful flying
I
castle.
fucking knew it. I
This
fucking
very
called
friendly
it.
wizard liked to tease and toy with the people of the land, and sometimes he would do silly things like turn them into stone or furry animals and bottle up the wind. Naturally, he meant no harm, and the people of the land loved the wizard like they would a grandfather, a very young and very, very handsome grandfather. But one day, an evil sorceress from a distant land
April,
came
is
to
that
visit
your
the
depiction
kindly
of
wizard.
April? Really?
This ugly, selfish witch didn't understand that the wizard was only trying to make people happy. She used her dark sorcery to steal all of his possessions and trap him inside a tiny little box where the gentle wizard was barely able to breathe. The poor old man was trapped for many moons inside this box before a benevolent wandering god arrived to free him from his prison. The wizard pledged eternal allegiance to the wandering god in return for vengeance against the cruel witch who trapped him. Together they...
There he is, Commander. The dangerous loon who's corrupting our youth with his occult finger rings.
What? What's this? What are you doing? What's going on? You can't... Hey! Hey! Hands off!
You're teaching children of magic, old man. You ought to know better.
Release me, you dishonorable brute!
By the authority vested in me by the Greater Azadi Empire and the Emissary, and in
I was
accordance
just
with
getting
provisional
into the
imperial
story.
law prohibiting any and all teachings of occult magic, I'm taking you into custody.
You can't do this! You don't know who I am!
Tell it to the magistrate, wizard.
My fingerlings! My precious handcrafted fingerlings! No!
No, that's the one guy that I really want dead. Also, I gotta... Okay. Anyway. Brian Westhouse. Brian Westhouse lived in Arcadia for decades, but he was born in Boston in 1902. In 1934, Westhouse attempted to travel across the divide between the twin worlds of Stark and Arcadia, but something happened to him. He was stuck. In his own words, between worlds for a while, only emerging into Arcadia hundreds of years later. Realizing he might never be able to return to his own world, he made a life for himself there. Westhouse met and advised April Ryan on her first shift to Arcadia, and a decade later he bumped into Zoe Castillo on her first visit. He helped both women understand and cope with the reality of a magical world, and assisted them on their adventures. A born traveler, Westhouse has spent most of his life exploring the world. He's seen much of Arcadia, and he's even been inside the Azadi Empire, a place few Nordlanders have visited, and fewer still have returned from. Westhouse was last seen in the Dark People's City a year ago. West House is interesting. Also, I like the splash art for him. He actually looks nice. He looks like a teacher you would enjoy to have. You know what I mean? And then there's Roper Clax. I mean, can he look any more gaunt? He looks like he's gonna crumble if you blow. Actually, I'm not gonna finish that sentence. Anyway, Roper Clax. Roper Clax was once a self-proclaimed evil wizard and dark alchemist who lived in a floating castle north of Riverwood. On, on a long journey across Arcadia to save the balance, April Ryan confronted Clax to free the wind he'd captured. To defeat him, she trapped Clax inside a calculator. What a way to defeat a wizard, right? After breaking out of his mathematical prison, Clax was apparently a reformed man, leaving evil wizardry behind to become a best-selling author, potions maker, and showman, and he claimed he harbored no ill will towards April. According to his autobiography, as a child, Clax was his neighborhood's hopscotch champion 3 years running. He studied at the Alchemists' Academy, where he was a member of the Tic-Tac-Toe Club, graduating with dishonors. His secret passion for spelling and cooking. He surely harbors no dark secrets, none whatsoever.
I don't believe that they arrested him. What a travesty.
I didn't see that coming.
I guess the Azadi aren't fans of creepy puppet shows either.
I think it had more to do with him being a wizard. Okay, shit. So what now? He was my only lead to the Soul Stone. All I have to go on is something about a Yaga and Riverwood.
Riverwood? I know Riverwood. I've been to Riverwood. If it's Riverwood you need, I know how to get to Riverwood.
Really? And the Yaga? The Wicker Witch?
I don't know anything about Yagas, but I do know something about witches in Riverwood. On my last trip there, we had a close encounter with one of them. That witch is toast, of course, but I can probably find my way back to Riverwood. It's north. We go north. Wait, which way is up? Yeah, north.
Okay.
Bro.
Okay. That's something, right? Much better than nothing. We just need a way to get north that doesn't involve me walking all the way.
Or me flying. I'm not flying all that way. I tire easily. Wait. I feel a cunning plan coming on. Follow me, Zoe.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Crow has a
It's
plan.
either a cunning plan, or I need the toilet. But I'm pretty sure it's a cunning plan.
How do you... How? Exactly? I guess? Oh god, please no. Let's hope it doesn't keep happening. Oh. Cancel. About to start up the wrong game. Good start. Anyway. Let's hope it's not a reoccurring problem that I don't need to fix it. Because that's gonna suck.
I get
I think... Okay, all I have to go...
River.
Really?
I don't... That... It's...
Okay, we just...
Or...
Uh-oh.
It's...
Okay. Apparently it's not happening again, so at least that's a saving grade.
I still can't believe you pulled off the voice and the whole fake hand thing.
The hat looked great on you.
Totally. Not so sure about the beard, though. My face is itchy. Speaking of faces, I can never show mine in Marcuria again. Not after that last bit we did.
What did you guys
If
do
everything
exactly?
goes well, you won't have to.
At least we have a ride. Can I trust this thing?
They're docile cows, the Elguan. Just leave it to me. Mush, Daisy, mush!
Whoa, whoa, I think you're upsetting her.
I'll leave the cowgirling to you. I'll fly ahead and scout the terrain instead. Don't lose sight of me!
So you are gonna fly all the way there. He wasn't gonna fly all the way there, he said. Apparently he is. Oh.
How much longer will this journey take? Must be nearly a week now.
It's been less than 2 days, and I'm beginning to regret bringing you along.
You're stuck in the cargo hold of a cloud ship with your worst enemy. How could you possibly have any regrets?
And people say you have no sense of humor. We're on a mission. This is neither the time nor place to make peace with Liko. If there was ever a time to make peace with Liko, this is likely it. Maybe there's still a chance to create a bond between us. We're on a mission. This is neither the... I'm sorry about your father. I know that may not amount to much now, but I was a different person then. I was blind to the possibility that there could be more than one truth. There's been so much death on the road to this place. I murdered an innocent man during my escape from Friar's Keep. He begged me to, but I still don't know if I did the right thing. When I visited his widow, she only had hate for me. She couldn't understand my reasons for doing what I did. I ran Balsebakim through and watched him bleed to death so that I could make my escape through a blood magic portal. I still wonder if his sacrifice was worth it. Have I repaid that debt? Shepard believes so, but many thought him a better man than I, so why did he have to die? I've tortured men for information. What did I gain from these actions? What did it change? What would have been different had I acted differently? All of these choices, Liko, they add up. My soul is heavy. The others believe me unaffected because I carry on as if nothing happened. But their faces and voices are there when I close my eyes. Those deaths never leave me. No words can undo these deeds. There are no excuses for the wrongs I've committed.
I mean...
But I am
all I said was you had to apologize. You didn't have to tell your whole life story. You're kind of dragging it on a little. I'm sorry, you're putting it on a little too thick.
Heal the wounds I've inflicted. It's a long journey, Liko. And
I know. When you arrived from Friar's Keep, I wanted you dead.
Really? I couldn't tell.
And people say you have no sense of humor.
They do?
We've been through much since then. I believe I know you. A little.
A little.
You've taken up arms against your own people, risking shame, death, and your immortal soul. Because you believe they're misguided. It cannot be easy being hated and feared by both sides. I may still despise you because you murdered my father. I may still dislike you because you're an arrogant and intolerant shit. But I respect you, Kian. And I trust you.
That trust goes both ways, Liko.
Well, I'm taking a nap. This half of the hold is mine. Stick to your side, or I may stab you in my sleep.
Don't worry. I've no intention of cuddling up next to you.
Way too much tension between those two.
Are you awake?
I wasn't. This has now changed.
Did I ever tell you how my society views people like us?
I don't believe so.
The Dole Antiqua consider themselves tolerant and inclusive in all matters. And yet I've always had to hide who I am from my family and friends. If they knew the truth, I'd be ostracized. Tolerance, it seems, has its limits. But in the Resistance, no one cares. This thing we share, it doesn't change how they feel about us. It's strange. Strange, but liberating.
With the Resistance, you are who and what you decide to be. Regardless of color and creed, gender and religion, and...
sexual preference.
I thought you loved April Ryan.
I did. I do, but not like that. She was someone I cared deeply about and always will. But I could never have shared my life with her. I still miss her every day. She gave me strength.
Nah, I'm going back to sleep. We have a long day ahead of us tomorrow.
A day of sitting in the dark, bickering about who passed gas?
Like I said, a long day.
Honestly, there's so much sexual tension between those two. It's a surprise their blades stay straight. Holy crap. Hi? Can I help you?
Oh!
Okay, so that happened.
Well, fuck. Oh, I mean, that hurt.
Never trust an Elguan. Cowardly cows.
Crow.
Something must have spooked it. What do we do now?
This place looks familiar. I think we're close.
Are we?
In fact, I think we're...
Leave! Go, or I'll call the others!
Whoa! Hey there! I'm friendly and unarmed.
You're human. You can't be Bird? Crowbird?
Hello. Hey, you're that fretful furry thing we met the first time we came through here. Ben Franklin.
Ben Bandu is apparently now Ben Franklin.
Ben Bandu. This isn't the same human who accompanied you last time.
This is my new human. She's mostly harmless. Say hello, Zoe. Don't be rude.
I guess we don't have time to chat with the I have no idea who or what this creature... I guess... Hello?
Hello. Are you the new Bandu Mbata?
Bamboo... what? No, I have no idea. I'm Zoe.
You're a dreamer.
So they keep saying. I'm not very good at it. How did you know?
We live close to the dreaming here. Her dreams surround us. The Yaga.
That's it! That's the one we're looking for, right, Zoe? The Yaga!
You're looking for the Yaga? On purpose? Are you mad?
Oh, I'm not.
Also, the
Her,
mole people look
I'm not
interesting,
so sure
though.
about.
You know the Yaga?
She lives in this forest. We do not speak her name. She's mean.
We need to find her right. We'll save time if we ask the Ewok to show. Teddy Bear probably knows more about the Yaga. Who is she?
The Yaga? She's old. Really old. She's been around since long before my people came to this forest. Once, she had many servants. Witches, warlocks, evil ones. Like in the stories told by the elders. But her servants are all gone now. So she woke up and crossed into our world. She doesn't belong here, but she's lonely.
Who is the
and
Yaga?
hungry.
Hungry. Great. Well, we still have to find her. She has the Soul Stone.
The Soul Stone? I've heard of the Soul Stone. The Yaga took it from the fallen fortress of her warlock.
Warlock? Roper Clax worked for the Yaga?
They all did. The Gribbler, Clax, all the evil witches and warlocks of the Northlands. But they're gone now. Just like my people. April Ryan imprisoned the warlock and killed the witch. She saved us all. But then the Azadi came with sharp blades and metal tubes that spewed fire. They murdered most of us. Some fled east. I'm the only one left here now.
That's terrible. I'm so sorry.
One day, they'll come back. All the surviving Banda. Until then, I watch over their burrows. And I sing. For them. For all of us. This soul stone. It's important?
Very.
You'll use it to fight the Azadi?
That's part of it, yes.
I'll take you to the Yaga. Or as close as I dare go to her lair, anyway.
Great! I was expecting you to say no, and by expecting, I mean hoping.
Does the bird always speak like that?
I'm afraid so. Lead the way, Ben.
Also, I honestly thought the mole people, the Bandu, were naked. Apparently they weren't. I just figured that the old woman Bandu, wasn't because she lived in the city.
The Yaga's beyond the ridge. Once you cross that, you're in her realm.
You're not coming with?
Did you not hear me when I said she was hungry? No, I'm not coming with you. The walls of that place are thin, and she can smell my magic.
A wise decision, tiny man. Come on, Zoe, let's turn around and head back with Ben Ben. Maybe catch a fat squirrel and roast it for dinner?
This is what we came here for. If we don't get the Soul Stone...
Everyone dies, the world ends, no more Christmases, blah, blah, blah. I'm so sick of walking into one perilous scenario after the other. After we're done with this one, no more adventures.
Haven't you said that
I swear
before,
to the feather
Crow?
gods of old.
You'll know you're there when you see the Gribbler's old house. She was the witch who lived here before. The Gribblers served the Yaga, and that's where she came through, from the beyond.
Will you wait for us, Ben?
I'll wait until nightfall. But if you're not back by then...
We'll be back.
And I had such a craving for crispy squirrel.
Also, you saying that you wanted crispy squirrel, Crow, sounds so out of character. Or is that just me? Oh, he looks adorable. Ben Bandu. 10 years ago, Ben Bandu, a young Banda, a species derogatively called mole people by some humans, met April Ryan when she was traveling through a riverwood. April helped free Ben's brothers from captivity by defeating the Gribbler, a terrifying forest witch in the service of a greater darkness. Through her selfless act, she earned herself a place of honor in the Banda tribe. Ben Bandu is still indebted to April, and he'd like nothing more than to repay her kindness, and help her friends. Oh, Ben is awesome.
That's a not at all reassuring shade of black. And what are those swirling things? Giant tadpoles? Even the plants down there look like dead hands with naked, twisting branches blocking what little light there is. Check. This is all very grim. I'm expecting an evil queen and a sleeping beauty at any time. Let's make sure our protagonist has to descend into terrifying darkness rather than walk into a brightly lit, flowery glade. If this was the entrance to a haunted house, I'd say they'd gone overboard.
But it's definitely not the entrance
Naked,
to...
twisting branches blocking what little light
Mother
there
of
is.
ravens!
Check.
I don't feel very welcome. I mean, this isn't just a bad sign, it's all the bad signs, all at once, like a grab bag of ill omens. There are plenty of stones lying about. Let's just pick one and pretend it's the Soul Stone. It's not like anyone would know what it's supposed to look like.
I mean, Roper Collects knows. He had the damn thing.
They've got that whole normal things that should look quaint and safe except they look horrifically scary thing down to a fine art. That's
Yes,
a not
they
at
do.
all reassuring shade of black. And what are those swirling things? Giant tadpoles? This looks like one of those pivotal moments where the audience is yelling at the heroine, "Don't go through the gate, are you crazy?" I'm glad I have Crow
No,
here.
really.
Regardless of how useless he may be at times, he's still company. I'll take company over
tiny
no
bird
company
heart.
anytime.
I have a bad feeling about this, Zoe.
Really? What gave it away? The creepy atmosphere? The glistening lights in the darkness?
Go. Leave.
The
Turn around.
children voices?
Don't come any further.
Dark, scary
here.
cave? No way to get
She's
around
dangerous.
it? Fairy tale conventions never fail to make my life miserable.
I know this smell. Dog's doo-doo, incense, and rotting flesh. Smells like witches, all right.
Excuse me, do you
Is it
know
my
how insulting
imagination?
that is to me?
Or is the light changing? Is it getting darker? Am I going blind? Help! Do you hear voices? I hear voices. I don't like disembodied voices.
Dark,
Disembodied
scary
voices
cave?
are never a good sign.
No way to get around it? Fairy tale conventions never fail to make my life miserable.
Oh wow, that definitely looks normal.
I'm pretty sure the sky didn't look like that before I passed through the cave. They're speaking. It's freaky. What's worse than a twisting path? I feel strange. The only things I felt this way before when I was in a coma. Inside story time. I must be on the border between waking and dreams.
So the Yaga is also
What's
from
worse
there?
than a twisting path into darkness through thought? Are those the souls of lost children? If so, poor things. The only thing stopping me from running in the opposite direction right now is knowing I'll have to pass through that cave again.
She'll eat you up.
What's
like she
worse
ate
than
all
a
of
twisting
us.
path into darkness through thorny bushes and sharp, naked branches?
So what now? Do we just go up and knock on the door?
Too many voices,
don't
too
see it
many
all.
voices.
Children that never left.
No, this is neither the time nor
Too
place
late
for
to save
levity.
us.
Oh,
Save
I know.
yourself. Go.
Is that where the Yaga lives? It looks like a house. I mean, a scary house, sure, but still just a house.
Who bothers the Yaga?
Okay, so maybe not just a house after all. You have something that's not yours.
Leave, monkey.
Not until you give me the Soul Stone.
We do not know what you speak of.
Whoa. My whole body's tingling. I can change things. I can manipulate this dream. Cool. They're speaking. It's freaky. Are those the souls of lost children? If so, this place is even more horrifying than I'd imagined. There are 3 minds in there. But which one's the Yaga? I can hear several voices, all of them angry. It's so loud, so strong. I can't keep listening. She's too strong.
Okay.
We are here at the end of things.
me go, you bitch!
She's awake. We told you to go.
I told you, please.
It's too late.
I think I need to get through that door. Stop this! I don't want to fight you, I just want to talk to you. It's like it's an eye staring back at me.
Now I see.
She's looking right at me.
Eaten up. One of us. Our last hope. Gone forever.
It's like it's an eye staring back at me.
Now I see.
Come on, come on.
Too late. Eaten up. One of us. Our last hope.
She's looking right at me.
Gone forever.
I warned you.
Come on, come on. Okay. Well, that is something. A living house. Okay. Okay. Story's
this
really
sucks.
stepping up its game.
Wait, the sky? Is this story time? But it's not like how I remember it. It looks older. It looks a lot older.
You're in a different part of story time, maybe.
Aren't you a clever monkey? Hush, sister. Don't speak to it. Just let it lose itself in the dark. It'll weaken, and then we can eat it.
It'll probably taste honey sweet, like a newborn babe.
Do not underestimate this one, sisters. There's something different about it.
Hello?
Maybe not so clever after all.
We're hungry. We need to eat.
Not long now. You must be tired, monkey. Your eyes grow heavy. Sleep. We'll watch over you.
Show yourselves.
Is it not asleep yet? Lie down and shut your eyes, monkey. Let us feed.
That's not going to happen.
It answers back, like a thing with a mind of its own. A very clever monkey.
This one has spirit and something else. Something powerful.
All I can really do is chase the stone for now.
You're a dreamer.
And you're the Wicker Witch of the
Now,
North.
there's no need for insults. We are...
The Yaga.
No monkey has ever been here before. We're curious about you.
We?
The sisters.
Bayeb.
Ayaga.
Bayeb Ayar. Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga.
Older than time. Older than memory. Old as darkness. Always three.
Not always, sister. In the beginning,
It's an interesting take on the Baba
Yaga was
Yaga.
one, and then everything unraveled.
Light came, worlds were born, monkeys bred and became legion. And the one became three.
You are from across the divide. From a world ruled by machines.
That's right.
But not really here at all. Dreaming.
Apparently so.
We thought there was only one dreamer.
You were mistaken.
Something made you. That's interesting. We didn't see this coming. We do so love surprises.
What do you want from us, monkey?
The Soul Stone. You stole it.
Lux stole it first. Only fair that we stole it back. What do you want with it?
To bring it back where it belongs. To cure Lux. Lux is the...
Lux is the first dreamer. We know, oh, we know. You cannot teach us things, monkey.
I'm not gonna lie, the Baba Yaga looks awesome in this story mode.
We were there in the darkness, in the time, before all this terrible brightness, before you monkeys spoiled it. We had the Soul Stone then. It fed us and made us strong, but Lux took it so that Lux could dream. We were there when Lux dreamed the first dream and the stars were born and everything came apart. If we give you the stone, we fade from memory. We will be forgotten. It's all that anchors us when there's no one left to worship and fear us.
But they do worship you, don't they? In the city, they've built effigies to the Wicker Witch.
The Wicker Witch!
A bedtime story, a spineless fairy tale for nestlings. No one truly fears the Yaga anymore. Our power is diminished.
I don't know. People need darkness. They need to be frightened. In my world, scary is popular. There are films, games, haunted houses.
Playthings. We are less than we were. We remember feeding, our stomachs bloated with flesh and fear.
Well, things change. That's how it goes.
Maybe, instead of giving you the Soul Stone, we eat you up. All your delicious memories, all your dreaming powers. Your soul will keep us warm and sated.
How's that gonna help anyone?
Help? What makes you think we'll help? We owe the universe nothing, monkey. We owe Lux nothing. Why should we care if the dream ends? Perhaps, if you give us a little morsel, a taste of you, what can you offer us?
Offer?
A sin. A secret. Something dark. Something you keep deep inside and fear to reveal.
That man in my apartment, he was trying to protect... I flirted with Roman, and I've never shared that with anyone. I knew Reza wouldn't like the sausages I bought him for lunch that time. I did that because I was tired. When Reza and I had our final argument, I let him walk out the door. I didn't try to stop him because... Is there really nothing I can give her? I knew Reza wouldn't... That man in my apartment, he was I flirted with Roman, and I knew Reza wouldn't like the sausages I bought him for lunch. Instead of giving someone I'm supposed to love and care for the thing he wanted, I did the opposite. And I did that because I was angry.
Lashing out in anger, but so...
I'm gonna be right back. Give me a quick moment. Alright, I'm back. Sorry for the inconvenience. Let's continue. Honestly, I didn't really feel like any of them were good choices, but I just went with what I felt like was the most correct.
I flirted with Roman, and that man in my... A man died because of my actions. I didn't know who he was, but I still feel responsible for his death.
A panicked decision. The monkey didn't even know she was making it.
I flirted with Roman, and I flirted with my therapist. I wasn't exactly unfaithful, but I think I might have been, given the opportunity.
A tiny betrayal, barely a morsel.
When Reza and I had our final, I let my boyfriend walk out the door and out of my life. I gave up on him, and on us.
Gutless monkey, afraid to face the truth. The regret is strong. It throbs like...
Still, we'll take this little piece of you. It belongs to us now, and you'll have no memory of it.
And in exchange...
We will not. We made no...
If you do that, you'll not only be destroying everything and everyone, you'll be all alone. Who will worship and fear you when they're all gone?
So what else can you offer us, monkey? What can you give of yourself to prove?
I don't know.
You demand that we give up the thing that feeds us and keeps us warm. And you cannot make a similar sacrifice.
You're right. I can't. I don't have what you're asking for. I'm human. I've made terrible decisions, but I don't linger on those decisions. I move forward and live with the consequences.
Alright,
Shame,
enjoy your meal, Pam.
anger, disappointment, regret. That's not what feeds me. I survive because I let go every day. Because I have hope and faith in the future. Not because I look back. That goes for most people. And all I want is to give those people a chance to make their choices, good or bad, and carry on living and learning. If that's not enough for you, then I have nothing. And if I don't, if I fail to bring the Soul Stone to the first dreamer, Lux dies. The dream ends. There will be no one around to remember any of us, or the choices we've made that brought us here. It all hinges on this moment in time.
We know this, little monkey. This is why we are giving you the Soul Stone. But you must do one thing for us in return.
Anything, as long as it's mine to give.
You must remember us when the dream is in you. The world needs us. Without the sisters, without the Yaga, there is no fear, no imagination. Every dream needs a nightmare.
I don't think I could forget, even if I tried. Yes, I'll remember you.
Good.
Good.
Good. Here is the Soul Stone. Take it, use it to wake Lux. We would have done it ourselves, but the Dreamer Monkey is the only one with that power.
How do I get there?
Someone's coming. Little furry thing. They will gift you a beast to ride. Go to Lux. You will feel Lux like a lantern in the dark. Follow the light. Save the dream, Dreamer. Become one with the first.
What does that mean?
You'll find out.
And a clever monkey, beware the Wizard of Lies.
He schemes, he plots. He wishes to remake the world.
He wears a mask. He harbors ambitions. He always did, but now...
There's something in him. It's a dangerous thing, little monkey. Watch out. Now, leave.
TMI. The Yaga is an interesting being, honestly.
Where did you disappear to?
I have a thing about huge monster houses. I don't like them.
Does
You're
anyone?
the worst sidekick.
That's what they keep telling me. I honestly don't know why.
Because you keep
Let's go
disappearing.
back and find the furry little halfling thing again. I bet you he didn't wait for us. I bet you he's long gone.
She's letting us go. What did you do? We're free. Time to go. Thank you, Dreamer. Find Luke's. Save the dream.
Bye. I.
Is this the one?
That's her. That's Zoe.
You face Yaga and live? This is impossible. Who are you?
And she seems impressed with me. I should probably use that. Might as well go with what everyone... Another bander? I thought Ben was the... Might as well go with whatever... Zoe Castillo. Dreamer.
Zoe Castillo. Dreamer. She know who she is. Impressive, that, for human. Well, Zoe Castillo, Dreamer, how you survive meeting Yaga without losing yourself? You strike bargain like witches of old? Sell yourself to Yaga for freedom and power? Do you serve Yaga now?
I don't serve anyone. And no bargain. I'd like to learn more about the Yaga. I don't have time to talk about the... Who is the Yaga?
I only know what elders tell me when I was child. And I only ever encounter Yaga's servants. One of them lived in this forest before. She was Gribbler. Twisted, ancient, evil thing. No one but Yaga know what Yaga truly is. Those who face her never come home.
Except you.
Aside from you. My grandmother tell me Yaga was born before beginning of time. Lux and Yaga, light and dark, dream and nightmare.
No, you're not
Balance
wrong.
is in everything human. When our world takes shape, so did Yaga. One became three. Three sisters. Innocence, age, decay. All aspects of life. More than the first dreamer, Yaga understand life. She understand mortality. Mortality in her blood. Maybe why she hate the living so much. Why she grew mean and hungry. She spread her will across worlds into witches and warlocks, sorcerers and necromancers, the weak and malleable. But as old magic fade, so do Yaga. Wizard Clax and Gribbler were two of her last servants, and April Ryan defeated them both. After that, they say, Yaga was diminished. Now Wicker Witch of North is joke to humans of Mercuria. They remember nothing of what she was. They never see their young eaten by night. But Yaga is not the night that threatens world now. Her darkness is different darkness, one that balances light, necessary darkness. She is nightmare that feeds imagination. The other darkness.
She is true darkness.
Other darkness is
balanced
deeper
darkness.
and final.
Elemental darkness.
A black fire
Neutral.
that spreads and burns until nothing left, until time itself is ashes. Even Yaga fear this darkness.
I believe that's why she let me go. So that I can help.
You got the Soul Stone?
You carry Soul Stone? What Soul Stone?
You can trust Bandu Masiri, Zoe. She is an elder. She returned from exile to help me find those who survived.
I have Lux's Soul Stone. I need to take it north, to the Ular.
Ular? Why Ular?
You know them?
I heard of Ular in stories. Ancient people inhabit ruins of their own civilization, high in border mountains. You know where to go?
I've seen a map. They live on Cloud Peak, in the mountains of Yedra.
Maps deceive. Go north and then west. A week's journey on foot before you start climb.
We don't have a week.
Rushing into anything is unwise. You carry Soulstone to Ular for what reason?
To return it to the first dreamer.
Lux is with Ular?
So my visions tell me.
Your visions?
I know this is hard to believe, but I promise
I believe. No need to promise. Story too unbelievable for Mole not to believe.
In Arcadia, everything that sounds unbelievable is true.
Take
Something
leap for
like that.
human. Ride north, swift as wind. You will reach mountains by first light tomorrow. Leapfur can climb at least part of way. You'll be with Ular in less than 2 days.
She said someone would come, but that thing? Is it safe? I have no idea how to ride that.
Not to worry. Leapfur know well enough for both of you.
What will you do without a mount?
We use feet. Mole's not in rush. We walk slowly so that those of Banda who still live can hear us coming and meet us.
We're going east, Zoe. We'll follow the Banda who fled the Azadi. Maybe they still live. Maybe they...
We will find them, little one. Take Beast. Go north. Do what needs doing. I feel darkness coming. Black fire. Cold as ocean. Perhaps you can stop this dreamer.
I'll definitely try.
Nothing lost. Nothing gained.
Goodbye, Zoe.
Thank you, Ben. And good luck. I hope you find your people again.
Well, I guess that's why they call it the Purple Mountains.
Thanks for coming. I know you're busy.
It's not often I get to see you. Why this place?
It's safe. And, symbolic, maybe? It was a safe house, before it was raided by Azadi soldiers. Under Kian's command.
I see. So, what news do you have for me, Elena? Your message said...
Kian has left for Gian, together with Liko, the Dolmari warrior.
For Gian? The prison camp for magicals? Light. Why? What does he hope to accomplish there?
This is Kian we're talking about. He believes he can save everyone. He also believes Gian holds the key to the future of the Empire.
But breaking into a fortified prison camp? He won't stand a chance.
We're talking about
That's
Gian.
why I messaged you, Mother. This might be an opportunity.
You did the right thing, child. Come, let's talk. We do not have much time.
Why does it look like someone's listening in? It looked like somebody was standing at that window listening in. Also, I wonder what's going on with the little child. Did they just jump off an airship? No. That still doesn't look plausible.
Right. I suggest we scale the fence over there and make our way into...
We should split up.
You've read too many copper coin serials, Liko. Splitting up makes us vulnerable.
Stay together, we could both end up dead. Part ways, and one of us might still make it out, even if the other doesn't.
That's a possibility, but I still think...
Besides, one of us has to locate the administrator's quarters.
How do you know there'll be one of them?
This is an Azadi camp, Kian. There will be detailed records and documents. If you want to find a single prisoner amongst thousands, you'll need records. I'll climb the fence, enter the camp, create a distraction. I look like the prisoners. I can speak to them. If necessary, I can blend in. You find the administrator and the records. That tower looks like a good place to start.
Where do we meet?
If we make it that far, I'm sure we'll figure something out. Try not to die. You still owe me your life.
Oh, I intend to stay alive. I hope you're on good terms with your gods.
I'm on excellent terms with my gods.
Is that supposed to be a snide comment to me?
If I'm going to find prisoner records anywhere in this camp, it'll most likely be inside that tower. That section of the prison walls appears to be part of the old castle fortifications, from when the Necromancer King ruled Gien. The wall connects with the tower. If I can get up there, I might find a way in.
Job to question the administrator. We're just following commands, us.
Can't argue with that, I guess.
Neither, I reckon, will the goddess. May her light shine upon us all and protect us from shadow.
Probably shouldn't get too close to the camp. Make sure no one else sees me. Don't want to blow Liko's cover either.
This must have stood here for 1,000 years. It's an impressive piece of work. Never mind the foul subject. The old castle walls were carved into the mountain itself. The rocks here are too steep and slippery, and there are no footholds. There's nothing for me to grab hold of. It's too smooth. There are no footholds.
Well, I guess that would work.
This wall isn't quite as sheer, and it has outcrops and footholds. I might be able to scale it. This looks like a good place to start climbing. Light. Got it.
Well, time to go climbing. Oh. Well, that guy lost his head in all this business. He just wanted to get ahead in life. Also, can I drop that statue on the camp? Maybe kill a few Azadi guards in the process. Anyway.
Goddess, the camp's larger than I thought. There must be thousands of magicals here. Are they planning to just murder them all?
Also, this is really starting to look more and more like Assassin's Creed.
Yes. I hope he passes unseen. The camp is massive. How many magicals have they imprisoned here? It must be well over 1,000.
That's a lot more than 1,000, I think.
There are more soldiers inside the camp than along the perimeter. Beatings, to inspire fear and obedience in the other prisoners. Why build a factory in the middle of a prison camp? Are they using magicals for labor?
Burn the bodies.
The guards are watching the prison grounds. They don't expect anyone to be breaking into the camp.
See anything?
Nothing. I could have sworn.
Maybe it was just a bird.
You don't think I can tell the difference between a man and a bird?
No,
It's
I don't
dark.
think so.
It's dark. Just shut up and keep your eyes open.
I owned a Farglass once.
Who goes there?
It helped me keep tabs on the street gangs in Sadir. But Vermon's boys stole it from me. They're keeping an eye on the grounds below. Hundreds of dead magicals.
Oh, wow.
They're dragging bodies into the factory to burn them. But why? What are they doing in this shadow-cursed place? Hundreds and hundreds of bodies. They can't all have perished from natural causes. They're dragging bodies into the factory to burn them. But why? What are they doing in this shadow-cursed place?
Who goes there?
I should wait for the guard to return and observe his actions.
Who goes there?
Oh, I see what I need to do.
Not just any wizard. The Necromancer King of Gien. They say he hunted humans.
But wasn't he human himself? Well, he looks human from the statues.
A shape changer then. Or maybe he was a
I hate them. I hope they all die soon. I mean, it's kind of rude to wish that on anyone, but these guys are horrible.
Liko. Shadow. Well, that's one way to create a distraction.
right under, top right, bottom left. Okay, I guess it works. No. That, 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 that. Also, this prisoner camp seems an excellent traveling location. The place seems fairly well lit.
The administrator's office will be somewhere on this floor, I'm sure of it. Management always picks the topmost floor. That's the symbol of the servants' trade. The attendants and domestics that help keep this facility operational. The military branch. They have a large presence here, but they wouldn't be handling the administration of the camp. That responsibility would lie with the sister, the Makers Guild. They're responsible for construction and maintenance, not administration. There's probably nothing in there that I need. That, I believe, is the official seal of the Office of Scientific Progress. There were whispers of their existence in Sadir, but I knew of no one affiliated with the division. As far as I understand, they've been instrumental in the creation of the engine. They're a new arm of government, and unlike most other offices, they appear to answer directly to someone on the council. I'd say this is the best place to start looking for prisoner records and incriminating documents. The Office of Scientific Progress. Locked.
Anyone around? Isaac? Joran? Anyone? No one? Oh, hey, what's going on? Who are you? Anyone around? Isaac? Joran? Anyone? No one? Oh, goddess, I hate walking alley rounds. Fallows may have the wits of a mind bird, but some nights I swear he's right. This stone tomb is cursed. What in Shadow's name? Oh, come on, open the... What are you doing here? Where did you come from?
Can't I just sneak up on behind him and take him out?
Alarm! We have an intruder! Alarm!
The Office of Scientific Progress. Most likely the administrator, the military branch. They have a large presence here, but they wouldn't be handling the administration of the camp. That responsibility would lie with the sister.
Who's there? Paolo, is that you, you dunce-headed fool?
Need to jiggle it just right. Come on. Come on. Ah. Those years spent on the streets of Sadir continue to pay off.
Who in their right mind would think we'd be safe in a necromancer's tomb?
The guard left these keys in the door. The Office of Scientific Progress. Most likely the administrator's quarters. If I don't return the keys right now, the guard may sound the alarm.
I'm asking for a reassignment.
The Office of Science.
Come on, don't be difficult.
No, just no.
Okay.
Necromancer King's lost his head. I wonder why they've all been removed. Skulls. Shadow. Someone's got a morbid taste in interior decorating. These statues can't be new. The Necromancer must have had them made when he ruled the island, 1,000 years ago. There's something odd about that wall. Why would they need an anatomical chart? Whose skulls are those? What's the Administrator doing with that? It's a necklace traditionally worn by a sister. It signifies her standing within the 6 circles of Sadir. This necklace has 6 suns and 6 moons, granting the Administrator access to and authority within the innermost circle. That's a remarkably senior position for an ordinary sister. Azadir. It's been a long time. The Administrator must have a fantastic... There's a straight drop to the ground. I couldn't escape through here even if I had no other choice. I long to see her sun-kissed walls again, to drink from the first river, and to smoke fresh kaba root. A man would have had to be mightily pleased with his own countenance to surround himself with these abominations.
That's a
The
secret
wall feels
way.
different from the other walls. There's something odd about that. Skulls. Shadow. Why would they need an anatom? It's a necklace traditionally worn by a sister. It signifies... It appears to be pointing at something in this office. The First Mountain. One of our seminal religious texts. It's been decapitated, like all the other statues in this place. It's a letter, signed by the Administrator. The last round of testing surpassed our loftiest expectations, confirming initial theories. The Dolmari plague has successfully been triggered in a 7-year-old Zidling. The creature survived 3 days before succumbing to fever and bleeding rashes. It died in blessed agony. The disease has not yet settled in an adult Zid, or plague-resistant Dolmari. Further mutations are required before we can move on to the next phase. What in Shadow's name?
Mass genocide through disease and illness.
The Administrator must be a knitter of socks and scarves. This speaks in her favor. I've tinkered with knitting in the past. It's an honorable and gentle trade. Anyone who knits can't be all that bad.
Are you sure?
Due to disease spreading amongst the prison population, we recommend reducing the amount of Dolmari meat used for inmate rations. What is this? We do not want disease spreading inadvertently within the magical population, as this will negatively affect test results. Goddess. It doesn't budge. Locked. Mother Utana made me memorize much of this book when I was 12 years old. 1,000. It appears to be pointing at something in this office. Soon, goddess willing, I'll return home and pass judgment on those who have twisted our sacred laws in their favor and led our people into darkness. This necklace has 6 suns and 6 moons, granting the Administrator access to and authority within the innermost circle. Azadir. It's been a long time. I long to see her sun-kissed walls again, to drink from the first river, and to smoke fresh kaba root. The Administrator must be a knitter of socks and scarves. This speaks in her favor.
Oh, I guess that's one way to do it.
A stone head, belonging to one of the statues depicting the Necromancer King.
The Necromancer King is Roper Klacks? Really? Really? That idiot is the Necromancer King?
Goddess, what is this abomination? This is not defensible. This is madness.
This is Sparta.
Goddess, what is this abomination?
So, it turns out that this ancient Necromancer King is Roper Klacks, really?
It's too dark to... What is that? Down there? Are those... bodies?
Wow.
You made it. For a while there, I didn't think you would, but those guards... Standards have fallen. I may need to behead someone, set an example. Goddess, I can't believe you're really here. The Apostle. I am so starstruck right now. I mean, I'm your biggest fan.
Biggest? What? What's going on? Is she... What are you doing to that body?
What body? Oh, this body. It's not really a body. It's still alive, so technically, it's a person. Albeit a magical, so not technically a person either.
A magical? Is that... Bib? Is that Bib?
Is that what this thing is called? I was aware that it knew you, so I thought it appropriate to...
Let him go!
But I'm not finished. Oh my. I'd always dreamed of meeting you, but in my dreams, I never had to pull a gun. And you weren't wearing clothes. I guess it's true what they say about dreams coming true. Do you think me too presumptuous? There's only the two of us. I'm sure you won't tell. I could call for the guards waiting outside the door, but then our little chat would be over, and I feel we still have so much to talk about.
I could never have imagined anything like... I don't think she was surprised to see me. She must have had You knew I was coming.
A little bird whispered in my ear. We knew you boarded the cloud ship back in Marcuria. You and that strapping Dolmari slave of yours. A rapid dispatch was sent ahead with word of your imminent arrival. My eyes only. No one else knows you're here. I knew this was fate, playing her cards, granting me the opportunity to meet you face to face, to explain what we're doing here. I was hoping you'd approve. This camp is a research facility, Kian, not a prison, not a death camp. We're doing very important work. In the last 5 years, we've made so much progress. We're closer than ever before to producing the cure.
What cure?
The cure. For magic, of course. We're creating a scourge to wash the world clean. When we unleash our holy plague, it will spread like wildfire across all continents. Humans will be perfectly safe, of course, but magicals, they will die. Every single one of them.
You're insane.
No, it's perfectly safe. We're doing science here, not black magic. We're being very thorough. You see, we started with the Dolmari plague. Do you know about this? Many decades ago, it killed almost half the Dolmari in the world. But then it weakened, and the remaining Dolmari became resistant to the disease. A real shame. It would have saved us a lot of work if it had killed them all. What we're doing, what we have done, is modify this plague. It no longer affects only Dolmari. It affects all things magical. People, beasts, insects, plants. Anything infected by magic is cleansed, eradicated. I don't like to brag, but it's fiendishly clever.
I don't understand. Who would authorize something... Who authorized this?
The Office of Scientific Progress, of course. The Prophet approved it. The Six... The Six don't know the details, but they know we're working on a solution to the magical problem. They turn a blind eye, but I'm doing this work so that they don't have to. We're getting our hands dirty. For the goddess, for the Empire, for the future of humanity. You can
Sure.
see the light in that, can you not, Kian?
You're evil. What you're doing here is evil. This is the Shadow's work, sister.
Evil. What Magicals did to us, to our nation, that was evil.
What did
Those
they do?
precious Dolmari of yours murdered my family, burnt our farm to the ground. My brothers and sisters. They were children. What had they ever done to deserve that? They died in agony, crying for our parents while those beasts just watched. And what they did to me afterwards. We're doing this so that no one will have to go through what they went through. Now you've made me upset, Kian. You shouldn't have done that. I mean, I'm the one holding the gun. One shot, and they'll come running through that door. Of course, you'll already be dead. You'll be...
Liko, watch out! Oh! Careful! Oh! 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 Don't! Oh! Oh!
I have no clue what I need to do.
You'll pay for this, Kian! You'll pay for this!
Once again, my reflexes prove superior to yours.
That would have dodged this bullet.
You don't dodge bullets.
Try me. So what's going on here?
Long story.
Who's she?
I'll tell you later.
Help me! Oh, goddess, help me! I command you!
Sounds like she's very upset.
She is. So, what have you been up to, aside from all the stabbing?
Freeing prisoners, arming them with Azadi blades and spears, blowing things up.
Sounds fun.
It was. Huh. Is that Bip?
It is. He's unharmed, thank goddess. I was just about to...
Stand down, Dolmari. What in Shadow's name is going on? Where's the administrator?
Down there.
Down.
Get me out of here. Light, protect me, I'm hurt. My legs are broken, I'm bleeding!
Do you want to explain what's happening here, Kian?
Please, Mia. Ask your men to stand down. I serve the goddess, same as you. The administrator does not.
Fine. But if you don't tell me everything, and I mean everything...
I will. You may want to sit down. This is going to take a while.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Oh boy. I knew it. I knew it. Fucking traitor. I knew it. I fucking knew it. Oh my god. What about Enu? She's actually gonna survive because... Is she? Because we let her live? Thank God. Oh, thank God. And he's alive. Hmm.
The final preparations will be completed by tomorrow, Mistress.
And the ceremony?
It will begin when the moon rises on Reap Moon's Eve as planned. The engine is ready. We have accomplished everything we set out to do.
And the Prophet will be here.
So he has told us through his messengers. We have no reason to doubt his word.
This is the beginning of a new era, Sister Saya.
Indeed it is, Mistress. Such a pity Harmy isn't here with us. Where is the General, Mother? Why does he not grace us with his presence?
He's away. On urgent business.
Yes, I'm sure he is. Mistress, did you know about this urgent business of Harmy's?
We trust the General to set his own priorities, Sister Saya.
Of course. It is a pity, though. Great things are happening, and I'd hate for Harmy to miss out. After all, were the resistance to fall in his absence and the war of the Northlands won, what would remain of his legacy?
The resistance is still alive, though. You're talking too soon. Chapter 11. Looks.
Man, that was a steep climb. I'm actually surprised you made it this far.
Yeah, you want to talk.
To be honest, I was expecting you to lose foothold and tumble to your death, or for a rock slide, or for one of those ghastly flying things to attack us. I'm really glad I have wings. It's a long way down. If you slip and fall...
Thanks, Crow. That's more than enough.
Happy to help. That's what I'm here for.
You know what? Let me
This
shake
is
you up a
comfortable.
little.
This is nice. Great views from up here.
Actually, do you think you'll be able to get off my head soon? I'm getting itchy.
You want me off your head? Ah, I thought you specifically wanted me to stay put after that whole incident with the stone cat.
Nope.
Okay, then.
But you're gonna stay. That doesn't look safe. That doesn't look all that safe.
Hey, this looks like something.
This is amazing. A whole city up in the clouds.
Wasn't that what you were looking for?
I know, but still, seeing it with my own eyes.
You humans are weird.
It looks like the broken remnants of whatever was here before these nests were built. So this is where the Ular live. One of the Ular. I recognize them from my visions. I'd be really curious to know who carved. They appear to be Ular nests, built on top of the old city ruin. We made it. This is it.
Yeah?
I don't actually know.
Ooh, sounds like a...
Shut up.
The monkey people.
So, are you happy? What is it?
Neural programming for artificial intelligence computers.
That thing. Are you happy you abandoned that thing for this thing?
Trying to save reality from collapsing? Yeah, I think I made the right choice.
When this is all over, you should probably get a normal job. That thing you said that I didn't understand doesn't sound like the thing you should be doing.
You're probably right, Crow.
How come it took you so long to get started on this whole quest to save the world? I mean, talk about leaving it to
Because
the
I
last
was in a
minute.
coma?
I know, but I couldn't remember any of it. Going to Marcuria, trying to save April Ryan. I tried, but it was just blank.
Oh, I know that feeling. I was also trying to forget. The last few years were rough.
Sorry to hear that, Crow.
I miss her. A lot.
I know you do. You're not the only one. People loved her. I know I'm not a great replacement.
You're not bad. I like you. You're a decent number, too.
I'll take that as a compliment.
That could have been taken such the wrong way, though.
Enough chit-chat, partner. There are soul stones to return, dreamers to awaken, odd, ugly-looking men to locate.
I probably couldn't have made it this far without Crow. And Crow would definitely not have made it this far without me. It's a giant moth in a cage. Because why not? If you're gonna have a giant moth around, a cage is the way to go.
At this point in the adventure, I was typically the one who bothered April with conversational inanities, not the other way around. You need to get your sidekick etiquette together, Zoe.
So if the Ular constructed this stone city, why are they living in pods now? Anyone in there?
Is there? Oh, I was trying to look into that house, see if there was actually anyone in there.
No answer. Hello? I'm a friend. I just want to talk.
How about we find ourselves one of those 8 men? Or, okay,
Pet
8
or
women.
pest?
I'm not
Who
insensitive
keeps
to the needs
moths
of
in
the weaker
cages?
sex. I mean,
Evil
you guys
witches
have to
and
switch out
serial
those
killers.
bits of it.
That's who.
I mean, really? Not sure if that's entirely correct.
No! Stop! I don't think that walkway is built for those of us using feet to get around. That Ular appears to be curious but skittish. I'll have to approach with caution so that it doesn't run off again. Hello. Don't worry. I come in peace. I'm Zoe. I'm a friend. Obnaxis, chances are it will respond to its own name. Or, you know, the name of it. Complimenting someone's home is often a good conversation start. You have a lovely village. It's impressive. Nice work. That's all. It's lovely. Chances are you're Ular. Ular. This is like that. Abnaxis must be called the same. I'm looking for Abnaxis. Do you know Abnaxis? He might... Maybe he didn't hear me. He might not understand a word I'm saying, but if Abnaxis speaks... Abnaxis speaks oddly, like, you will I don't know if you understand me. It might help to describe how Abnaxis looks. Abnaxis has a very... You know, head? The fingers were distinctive. He's also... He'd probably make a... I don't... How about his cane? Abnaxis walks around with a stick like this. You know him. Up there? That's high. I don't know if I can get all the way... Hey, where are you going? Come back! Shit! My mountaineering skills are rusty. If I'm going to risk breaking every single bone in my body, I should at least know where I'm going, and why.
I thought April and I had seen most of the border mountains, but this place is new. We never came through here. Or if we did, I was sleeping. I did a lot of sleeping back then.
I don't think that walkway is built for those of us using feet to get around. Oh, there you are. How do I... Hey, let me go. Oh, God.
Dreamer. You did come.
Hey,
You
it's
didn't
our old
exactly
pal.
make it easy. Why not, I don't know, just tell me where to go and what to do?
Touching you through dreams will be like a blind man searching for a red pebble in a wild river. And if finding you is difficult, to talk even more so, only fragments of words will survive the journey across. Some things will also not be known to me, and could not be spoken. We do not know where Lux's heart was. You will need to find it on your own. Only a dreamer could take this and bring...
He does not sound well at all. Are you sick?
When April Ryan first arrived in Mercuria, Abnaxis was the Venar ambassador to the Irate Council, and keeper of a piece of the stone disk. Like all Venar, Abnaxis sees all of time at once, but he was chosen as ambassador because he alone among his people was trained to focus on one particular moment. He could therefore speak with people who flow with time. 10 years ago, when the Azadi invaded Mercuria, Abnaxis left for the north. He hoped to reunite with his people and his family, but fate had other plans for Abnaxis. The Tyrant armies were already marching on the lands beyond the border mountains, and the Venar were forced to flee. When Abnaxis reached the mountains, he found his passage impeded and his people gone. Since then, Abnaxis has lost much of his ability to keep anchored in the present. He is weakened and sick, and he longs for his people and his lost family.
I was fading. I will have stayed behind too long. After my people leave one realm for another, this time is poison. It diminishes me. My loop ends soon. Too late for Abnaxis to journey onwards. But not too late for Lux. Not too late for the dream. I will have stayed behind for Lux, for you to have found your way to Lux. Compared with this momentous thing, my life was of little significance.
Sending me it'd be nice to learn more about the Ular hide from me.
They trusted no thing.
Humans in particular, they will fear.
I mean, with the Azadi,
The
do you blame
Ular
them?
lived here for many, many lifetimes. Ages ago, they would have a great city. But the Ular and Yeti are splitting, and their cities will crumble. Now they are both to be protectors of dreams in different ways. The Yeti were the grubbers beneath. The Ular lived above the clouds and gave shelter to looks. One serves the dream, the other will serve the undream, but unwittingly. Slaves to a black fire.
Grubbers. That sounds familiar. Why would these Yeti serve something that wants to unmake the world?
This was beyond my understanding. We will have tried to explain more, Dreamer, but looks awaits. The sand ran swiftly through the hourglass.
Sending me cryptic dreams. Couldn't you reach someone else and have them return the Soul Stone?
Only a dreamer can face the sisters. Only a dreamer will make them listen. Only a dreamer was able to retrieve Lux's heart.
The Soul Stone.
Only two could touch it. There is no other dreamer now. Only Zoe. Only Lux.
Why not send an actual message instead of vague visions?
You were worlds away. Any message would be broken, unreliable. The Ular will help me dream. The bird was needed to have found you in those dreams.
The bird was... How was Crow able to find me?
The bird bridges worlds and souls. The bird has a bond with the Dragon of Spring. The bird was connected to the Dreamer and to the Bloodless King. At the end of its life, the bird will be bonded to the girl who walked across worlds.
That's really not an answer. That's...
The bird is magic.
Which bird? I wasn't listening. There's a magic...
You were a curious thing, Feathered One. So little, and yet so great. So full of magic.
Right. Sure. I mean... Really? Magic?
Oh, yes. You would see this.
He said... What's the Dragon of Spring?
The new thing that comes to pass when the old things die. The soul of she who saved the balance, reborn.
She who saved...
April? Are you talking about April Ryan?
What do you mean by reborn?
April isn't dead?
She will be dead. She was reborn. There are two now, entwined but apart. The Dragon of Spring. The girl who walked between worlds. Mortal and immortal. Human and kin. They are legend.
I guess
so
we'll see as the
they're
story
one
unfolds.
but two. There are two Aprils now, but she's also dead. I still don't get it.
Neither would I. I will only know the words, not their meaning. This is the way of sight. I will see, but never all of it. Scattered words from a book with many, many pages.
That's helpful.
I'm not here to chat with Abnak. Where is Look?
Follow me. The Ular would always be protectors of the dream. They are children of the first dream, long before these worlds, long before human and Venar. They will keep the first dreamer safe. When Lux's heart was stolen, the Soul Stone. They are protecting Lux from the undream, protected everything from the undream.
How did Lux lose her heart?
The wizard will take the Soul Stone. He lets the black fire inside him. He wanted to own dreams. He will have desired to reshape everything. He was and will be dangerous. In all presence, past and future,
And the undreaming?
The wizard will make a bargain, and the black fire enters him and eats him. The wizard is the undreaming.
Hey, I remember you from my vision. Hello? I guess he doesn't understand me.
The Ular understood enough. Here, Lux slept a dreamless sleep.
What do I do now?
You will know.
I'm glad Crow is here. He may be a magical talking bird, but he's the most normal thing around. Lux. I remember him. Her. It. I remember Lux from the dream. You're awake. You're inside my head. I can... hear you. I can hear you inside.
Nice markings, though.
You're burning with a white fire. I can't stand it. It's so painful. Thank you. You're the first. You were there at the beginning of everything. Me? No, how is that even... how is that possible? Yes, I brought your heart, the Soul Stone. What do you mean that's not what... Nox? You mean the Yaga? I didn't bring the sisters. I didn't know. They were inside the Soul Stone. And now they're here. With us. That's it, isn't it? Light, dark, dream, nightmare. Together. That's why I needed to go there, to face them. To bring them with me. So, what now? How do we save the dream? How do we save reality? I can't be the one to do that. I'm just... a person. Just a person, and you're a god. Or as close as anything can be to God, I guess. I'm not ready for that. You can't put this on me. I didn't want this. I wanted to be normal. I wasn't asking for a divine purpose. I just didn't know what to do with my life.
Thank you.
What happens if I say yes? Who do I become? And what about me? What becomes of me? I understand. Of course, I trust you. How can I not? You made all of this. Without the dream, there's nothing. And there never was. If the dreamer stops dreaming, there's nothing. Forever. So if you're... if we are one, then the dream is mine. I keep it alive. And afterwards, after I'm gone, what then? Okay. Okay. Well, we can't let the universe end, so let's do this. I'm ready.
God. Also, for people watching, I want to point out one detail. This being is Lux. It's supposedly the first thing that ever existed. It's a representation of the light, together with Yaga, or Nox. Lux and Nox. It looks human, but it's not human. It wasn't born. How do you know it's not born? It doesn't have a belly button. It's just a little detail, but it's details that matter.
Are you okay, Zoe? For a moment there, it looked like you were made of light. You were incredibly beautiful.
I'm okay. Dizzy. I have to go back now. Wake up. For real. Face the world. There are things that... I need to fix things. I can't be asleep any longer.
Okay. Can I come?
No, Crow. You can't.
So you're leaving me here?
You'll be fine. Thanks for everything. I don't think I'll be coming back, but you'll be fine. I promise.
Well, that's great. Left to my own devices, in the Border Mountains, by an inscrutable woman with special powers. Again, if I wasn't so furious, I'd be really, really depressed. You know, I'm so used to being the sidekick, I don't think I can do anything else. But whose sidekick will I... No. Nope. Not happening, big guy. I'm flying back south to find that Kian fellow. I'll be his sidekick. He seems like the sort of guy who appreciates birds.
Do you believe I should have told her all of it? All that I have seen? Perhaps I should have. Perhaps I was wrong not to. But there's only here, only now, nothing more. I am blind. I think I will sit down, rest, sleep, dream of my daughters, long gone, and hope the future will still be there for them all when I fade to dust.
That actually did send a chill down my spine. I'm sorry. What? Hold up. Wait, what? What just happened? Did I go back in time? Okay. Interlude 3. The girl who walks between worlds.
The answer is no. You should know better than to ask, Saga. I won't risk you getting lost out there, again.
I'll be careful this time, I promise.
It doesn't matter. I am not removing the wards.
I'm 14, Papa. I can take care of myself.
That didn't help your mother.
It's always about her, isn't it? I'm not my mother. Whatever happened to her won't happen to me.
And you know this how? She said the same thing. She wasn't going to get lost. She was coming right back. I shouldn't worry. I should just stay put and wait for her.
Why does he look like Brian?
I'll remove the wards when you're older. Until then, you are not leaving the house on your own.
That is so unfair. I've been stuck here my whole life.
Until I know that she's not coming back. All right? Until I know for sure, because if we leave and she does return...
She's gone. Let her go, Papa. Please.
I'm going upstairs to rest for a bit. Don't play the radio too loud. I'll be back down for dinner.
Ugh, I can't take this anymore. I'll show him his wards can't stop me from walking. I just have to, find the wards first. Not easy when only Papa can see them. Uncle Galeth brings new books all the time, but I always finish them long before he comes back. The good ones, I read 3 or 4 times. That's weird. Papa's usually so fastidious about keeping his eyeglasses with him at all times. I'll just borrow them for a minute. Or 12. I'm sure that was me who made those scratches. I remember being scolded, and it wasn't just the one time. I can't remember the last time we lit a fire. We used to do that all the time. Roast marshmallows and sausages and tell scary stories. My window looks out to Letach, but this one's tuned to where Mama was born. Hugsy! I've had Hugsy since I was little. Mama gave him to me, and I remember falling asleep, hugging him tight every night after she went away. Papa's spectacles. Fashionable they're not. That's weird. Papa's usually so fastidious about keeping his eyeglasses with him at all times. I always hated the downstairs. It's pitch dark. Oh wow, I see one of the wards. So that's how Papa maintains them. The magic's in his glasses. I mean, of course it is, it's dab magic. Still, it's pretty cool. Uncle Galeth helped put these wards up after the last time I went walking. Papa claims they protect us, but all they do is keep me from opening doors. This ward feels too strong. It's supported by the others. I should begin with one of them. Rocket ships ferry astronauts between worlds. I'm getting better. I'm not good yet, but my work's improving. It's very difficult to paint anything that isn't in this house when I have to work from memory or from pictures and books. The Madame comes by every month to grade my assignments and give me new ones, and Papa's in charge of my homeschooling, but I've learned more from Uncle Galeth than from the two of them combined. The paths are wobbly, and for when the paths are muddy or snowy. We don't go away long enough to need a suitcase. I mean, I've gone walking for days, but I didn't exactly plan that ahead of time. Or pack. Papa went ballistic every single time. One of these days, I'll pick up on that whole become a singer-songwriter thing again. I just need an audience to play to. Papa rarely plays the guitar. I think he used to play a lot, back in brighter days. But like with so many other things, he's just lost interest. There's another ward. I need to find a weaker ward before tackling this one. They're all connected. I always hated... Is it my turn to sweep the floors again? I've lost track. We've not been keeping up with our sweeping itinerary. I'm trying to get Papa to stop wearing that hat when he goes out, but he insists. He doesn't realize how goofy and old-fashioned it makes him look. For when the paths are stormy, and the turnstiles still open...
I'm resting, Saga. I'll come down later.
Okay.
Happier days, before I was around. Maybe if I hadn't been born, Mama would... The fire doesn't hurt me. My dad once told me this fire keeps the house warm and healthy, and able to fend off contagions and parasites from the ether.
God, I could use a couple of those fires.
I can't remember the last time we lit a fire. We used to do that all the time. Roast marshmallows and sausages and tell scary stories. Uncle Galeth brings new books all the time, but I always finish. I believe that's the final word.
Careful! Ow!
Sorry. Sorry, did I break your head?
Yes. Do you have to carry me across the threshold?
It would be tempting fate if I don't. We need to do this right. Watch your head now. There, we have officially moved in. Welcome home, sweetheart.
My head's hurting.
Let me kiss it. Where does it hurt? There?
That helped. Oh, she's moving. She's kicking, Magnus. Here, give me your hand. Can you feel it? She's happy to be home.
Hello, Saga. Welcome home, baby girl.
Balance! So that's what the wards are made of. Fragments of the past. Memories. No wonder they're so strong. They're charged with powerful emotions. Some might be red herrings, though, to make the wards harder to crack. I need to untangle the specific memories that tie the wards together. Easy.
How many times do I have to tell you, don't put your hand in the fire?
But look, it doesn't hurt me at all.
Saga, stop. I don't care. You can't... Look, if someone saw you do that, it's dangerous, do you understand? No one else can know. No one.
Oh, honey, please. I'm not in a state to be photographed.
Oh, come on, sweetheart. It's the first week in a brand new home. This needs to be commemorated.
Oh, I feel so bloated. Fine, just let me... There. Ready. Hurry up. Saga, no, don't draw on the floor. You might damage it. This house is sacred. It's a living thing just like you and me. You must never hurt our home. Can you promise me that, baby?
No, Hogsy, you killed Hogsy, Papa.
It's just his arm. I didn't kill him. I maimed him slightly. I'll sew it right back on, okay? He'll be good as new, I promise.
Poor Hogsy. He'll never be the same. He'll be a cripple.
He's a survivor, just like us. He'll be fine.
Magnus, Saga, look! Snow! It's snowing!
Beautiful. First snowfall in our new home.
The first of many firsts. I hope you grow up to love this house, Saga. We built it for us, for our tiny family.
Look, Etta, she's smiling. I think she understood you.
That doesn't feel right. I don't think those were the right memories.
The house will draw us both back if we ever get lost. That's what it does. It's what it's for.
And you're sure we can trust it?
Are you questioning my building skills?
I don't want to lose you again.
You won't. It's safe to leave, Etta. You'll find your way back and we'll be safe here. Both of us. All three of us. When that one arrives.
Oh, and not a moment too soon. I am so over being pregnant. Speaking of which, I'm starving again.
I'll make stew.
Please don't.
Please don't.
When's Mama coming home?
I honestly don't know if she ever will, sweetheart.
But she is out there somewhere?
I think so.
Look, she's sleeping. Oh, that's so cute. Your music lulled her to sleep, honey.
I didn't think my guitar playing was that bad. I was going for rousing.
Well, it hasn't put me to sleep yet. Come here. Come here. Look, she's sleeping. Oh, that's so cute. Your music lulled her to sleep, honey.
I didn't think my guitar playing was that bad. I was going for rousing.
So, from what I gather,
Hasn't put me to sleep yet. Come here. Come here.
So from what I understand, I have to get all the positive memories together.
We have to wall it up, Magnus. It's dangerous. What if Saga...
I know. I will. I promise. Tomorrow after you've left, I'll get right to it.
Could there be more like it? More gaps? More...
I don't know, Etta. I hope not. I'll take care of it, I promise.
I really don't want to leave right now.
You'll be back soon. Everything will work out. The house will take care of us all.
Hey, is there anything you want me to bring back this time?
Do we have to talk about that right now?
I'm leaving tomorrow.
I don't like it when you leave.
Does Papa know you're here? I don't think Papa knows. Don't worry. It'll be our little secret.
That didn't work. I may need to pick different memories. No, that's not right either. This ward is about loss. They used Papa's and my memories of Mama to weave the ward. There's pain here. And anger.
What's behind that wall?
Uncle Galeth told me something terrible happened when they built the house. There was a crack, and it grew bigger. I don't know the details, and he wouldn't tell me, but apparently it was very scary.
She's so perfect. I could stare at her for hours.
Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I go in here just to look at her. She is perfect. You leaving before she wakes up?
I have to. While the paths are still there. They're stable now, but that might change. I can't risk waiting. Watch over her for me, okay? Keep her safe.
Of course. Always and forever. I promise.
Come here. I love you. Always and forever.
and I'll be back. I pinky promise.
Why is it called homework? I'm always home.
What do you mean?
Why is it homework when I never go anywhere? I think it should be called just work.
Good question. And you're right. I need you to clean up and then do your work. Alright?
But how can I paint a rainbow if I haven't seen one? I can't paint something I haven't seen. And I'm not allowed to go anywhere, so I'll never see one.
There are pictures of rainbows in your books. Can't you paint from those?
It's not the same. I want to see a rainbow with my own eyes. Oh, it's red and blue, just like my drawing. It's exactly what I wished for. Thank you, Papa.
You're welcome, baby girl.
Ground control to Major Tom. Who's Major Tom, Papa?
Huh? Oh, I don't know. Where did you hear that name?
I think it's a traveler who travels to the moon, like Mama.
I don't think Mama went to the moon, Saga.
But you know what I mean. Someone who travels far away to see new things. Like, an adventurer.
So, Gareth wrote to say he's visiting soon?
That's good, right? We haven't seen him for a while.
I think these are about traveling,
It's
about
good.
going out.
Sometimes I get the feeling he only visits because of Saga.
Well, he is her godfather. He adores her. Just be grateful she has someone to talk to, Magnus. The stars know she must be sick and tired of us.
Nope. It's cute. I used to play with that all the time, when I was little.
I forgot what the school book said, so that might have been on me.
That's all the wards, and Papa's still asleep. He won't be happy when he wakes up. I need to get out of here before then, or he might lock me in the downstairs for a week. So I'll just open a doorway and... It's not working. Why is it not working? All the wards are gone. What's stopping me now? I'm getting better. The Madame comes by every month to grade my assignments and give me new ones, and Papa's in charge of my homeschooling. But I've learned more from Uncle Galeth than from... My chest feels warm. I love learning about Elsewhen and Elsewhere, about crossroads and the ether, and all the worlds in the multiverse. It makes me want to go walk. My pendant's all glowy. Okay, that's new. The light's coming from inside the pendant. It's warm to the touch.
This is for you, Saga. It belonged to my mother. Keep it close to your heart and know that I'll always be thinking of you, no matter where I am. Even if I'm... Oh, baby girl. You don't understand a word I'm saying. But you will remember when you most need it. Don't let anything or anyone hold you back. All worlds, all of time are yours to explore. And as long as you are this, I will find you. I promise.
Thank you. I love you. Goodbye.
Holy crap, this story is emotional.
Saga? Saga? Saga, where in the world are you?
Saga! Balance, no, please, no. No, all's well. Don't take her from me. Please don't. I can't do this again. I cannot do this again. Please. Saga.
Oh wow. Ulrich is not arrested. He could have been arrested. At least Anu is alive. This story does take a loop with you. Book 5. Dreamfall Chapters Redux. Chapter 12. Recall. Didn't it originally start with Recall as well?
Zoe, you're awake.
What? Oh, Wonkers, get off me! Oh, what time is it? Wait.
Don't tell me you've forgotten.
Where am I?
You're in the hospital, Zoe. In Casablanca. Don't you remember?
No.
Not
you
again.
got really sick, and they brought you here to make you better. I've been watching over you. You've been in a coma for a long, long time.
I'm not sure. I'm confused.
You just woke up, Zoe. It must be strange to be awake again.
Am I
Don't
going to
worry.
make the choices
It'll
that are
pass.
gonna affect
You
the
just
future?
need to rest. Go back to sleep now. I'll watch over you.
Wonkers, you don't sound like yourself.
You've been very sick, Zoe. You can't trust yourself right now. Just close your eyes and go back to sleep.
No, I can't.
I wouldn't recommend that, Zoe.
I need to get up.
I wouldn't recommend that, Zoe. You're not well. You need to go back to
Stop
sleep.
it, Wonkers.
I think I'm gonna save it here. It's taken quite a long while and we still have a lot to go. I'm looking forward to the conclusion of the story, but it turned out to be a lot longer than I originally anticipated. But I hope you all had as much fun as I did. And I wish you all a pleasant evening. Apocalypse out.